Hello and welcome back to D&D with Dummies Campaign 1, The Marked Ones. Now, we had a bit of a session away last week, so I'll get one of the characters to do a bit of a recap. Tenacity, what happened last week?
Greetings, travelers, wanderers, pilgrims, scholars, and explorers. My identity is concealed, but you may refer to me as Tenacity. It has come to my attention that due to the chaotic and untethered nature of the progression of time in Faerun, that the recent horrifying and devastating events that befell myself and my fellow adventurers have evaded recorded history. Your fears and qualms are unnecessary, underling, for I am renowned for my note-taking. How else does one keep track of the motions of life, this never-ending hellscape of power struggle, idiosyncrasies, and Fae? So strap on your adventuring pack, choose a new name, and hold on tight to your companions as we dive back in. Our story continued after a night filled with curious dreams and visitations. Upon waking, the party emerged from their tents, noticing a new grey tent had mysteriously joined camp, with no notice or ringing of Tenacity's alarm. That's insane, by the way. Crimson entered the stranger's tent to find Celadrin acting extremely normal. After some very logical responses and definitely not an overreaction, Celadrin joined back into the party. There were some questions about his whereabouts, but the party must keep moving forward. Tenacity informed the group about her dream meeting with being Umbra, and due to the realization that the stone ball they were meant to take to a Gorgon is currently in the hands of the missing party member Xander, the party decided to seek out Umbra's spirit place. Luckily, Celadrin knew the way. Umbra's domain was a wild but tranquil place. In the center of the cavern was a table set with a tea set. Corporal Umbra greeted us, then explained that his body resides near Lobad's heart, somewhere under Roala, the great tree. If the party collects Umbra's body and returns it to this place, he can claim it back and rejoin the party. We made our way to the destination, taking back routes to avoid unwanted confrontations. The party found a system of tunnels under the great tree, stinking of rot and sulfur. The party fought off some strange and vile creatures wandering in the darkness, the wretched Sorrowsworn, creatures born of negative emotions. The party then found a place of calm and rested, but not before speaking to the naiad Afinid, who unfortunately stole memories from Tenacity and Crimson. Furthermore, Afinid and Celadrin seemed to have some sort of deal that proved to be something he would not talk about, furthering the suspicion of his return. The party, ready to go, entered a cave filled with sickly sweet scent. At the far end of the cave, a beating heart constructed from mushrooms lay. Lobad and the warped body of Umbra attacked. The battle was hard and intense, but the party realized that by attacking the heart, we could gain the trinket of Lobad, the key to his immortality. Crimson and Celadrin then pulled off the impossible, and from the inside of the heart pulled out a sapling, Lobad's trinket. The party retreated closer to the cave entry, where Tenacity and Celadrin have a heated argument about the fate of the trinket. Tenacity wanted it destroyed, knowing that if it survives, we would never be able to leave Faerun. Celadrin wanted to use it as a bargaining chip to get back Umbra's body. During the argument, Fruitbat made the decision and destroyed the trinket from Celadrin's hand, followed by teleporting away with his squid. Chaos ensued and Lobad erupted. Celadrin, realizing what had happened, pulled out the two other Pedwar trinkets he had secretly collected and destroyed them. Tenacity then sacrificed herself and John to save the others. However, the Silver King appeared, turning Umbra's body into crystal, disintegrating John, and throwing Tenacity into a portal. And that's where we left.
As Tenacity is dragged through the mud and thrown into a secondary portal, the body of Lobad starts to disintegrate as the giant planar fissures in the world stringing him up into the air start to dissolve. He himself is returning to his body deep, deep below the crust of the world. Celadrin and Crimson are locked outside of the area with an arcane lock that Tenacity used to seal the being inside. As we enter this week's session, you notice that the walls around the cave start to move inwards at an incredible speed. You have about 2 minutes to make up your mind. Celadrin, what would you like to do?
I'm back where the campsite is, right? Like where we camped just before the Okay. Saturn, realizing that he can't probably get out quickly enough, just running. He's gonna go probably with Crimson to the water and ask his old acquaintance if maybe he can get a helping hand in getting out to the waterways.
Hello, my dear. You seem a little stressed. A tall, beautiful woman draped in aqua and magenta robes made of water, appears out of the water and reaches out her hand towards the both of you.
Yeah, no, it's stuff happened. I may have accidentally made an enemy of someone who's currently trying to kill me. So if we could make a deal to get us out of here, I would very much appreciate it.
Of course, of course. As per normal, you have no cost. But for the other, she turns to Crimson. What form of punishment would I have to endure? It's simple. Another memory. You won't get to choose, and you won't get to know. However, this memory will be lost to you in my collection under the waves. Crimson thinks for a second, as the walls come barreling into you, knocking you both forward. He reaches out towards her hand. Saladrin, what would you like to do?
I'm going to follow.
As she touches both of your hands, you notice that you are no longer in the cavern below. You feel as if you're getting transported in underwater amounts of still water, trapped by Lobad's hunger. Each time you transport to a new pocket of water, you notice that the water is getting cleaner and cleaner as you move towards the surface. However, within 2 seconds of going into these new portals, you notice that the ground violently erupts around you, trying to trap you in its prison, trying to eat the person alive who destroyed the trinkets of 3 Pedwar. As this happens, you notice that the pockets get smaller and smaller, and you become more and more cramped. 5 minutes pass. 10 minutes pass. It seems as if Afinid herself is starting to become trapped in Lobad's grasp. And then finally, you are spat out onto the surface. As you look around, you notice the ground around you is roiling. Thumping noises can be heard as trees start to turn alive, mouths gaping open as beings start to emerge from the trees, reaching out for anything around it to eat. I'd like you to tell me what your passive perception is.
1 second. Passive perception is 15.
15. You notice that the ground below you is got mildew and rot starting to crawl up onto your shoes. As this happens, you hear a voice from a small puddle below you as the water slowly disappears. You're on your own now.
Okay, he said I'm just gonna answer back like, I appreciate it, and then start dealing with everything else.
As you start to run, could you make an athletics or acrobatics choice? Your choice.
Yeah, of course. That is a 33 acrobatics.
As trees start to actually collapse down, almost trying to slam their mouths over you on the path, you run, slide underneath, you then jump over a few. From this point onward, I'm going to get you to make 3 more checks of your choice.
Okay.
I would like you to also role play them as they start to happen.
Okay, sure.
The air around you is sweet with rot. I will say this though, you notice that you don't smell a smell that you got used to over the last 24 hours. The smell of someone who has been sweating from physical labor.
Okay.
As you look around, you notice that Crimson is nowhere to be seen. Either you left him behind in that first bout of getting away, or he was not transported to where you were.
Okay, Saladrin is way too busy right now to deal with whatever the heck happened to Crimson. He'll deal with Crimson later. It's fine. He'll be fine. They're always fine.
Yep. One thing that you notice as well is that, unlike normal, where time seems to warp to your preference, a feeling of intense gravity seems to be dragging you down. You notice that the all-consuming hunger starts to envelop you. You yourself are under the presence of its aura, and you feel as if you need to eat something, whether that be your own hand or another being. You do not care what it is. Where would you like to run to?
Do I remember what the closest settlement is? Do I have enough time to orient myself, or?
Yeah. To be fair, you guys are actually pretty close to Roala. The closest settlement actually would be the Fae Grotto, followed by an area of sanctuary that you are aware of.
Okay. I think he is going to. I think he's going to run to the area of sanctuary first, and then go from there.
As you start on the path that is paved with yellow bricks, you it's actually moving these bricks. Make your a dexterity saving throw, acrobatics, or athletics check.
Okay. That's a 22 acrobatics.
2 acrobatics. How are you getting away from these spines that are attempting to grab you at the moment?
Okay, well, I think what he's trying to do, he's kind of like trying to skip on the vines, he's trying to like run because they're kind of like leaping onto the path like in front of him, right, trying to grab him. So I think he's kind of like trying to leap, like not staying on the path, but like leap on top of the vines and just hip hopping forward almost.
Yeah, that's cool. As you're kind of traveling for the first 2 minutes, you notice the time slows down even more as the ground beneath your feet starts to have what seems to be veins emerging from the surface. When these veins pop open, you notice that hundreds of thousands of sprites that are covered in rot and mold start trying to approach you. I'd now like you to make your next save or check.
Okay. 17 acrobatics. Oh my god, I rolled a 2. Does anything happen, or should I just describe what he's trying to do?
You describe what you're trying to do, and I will respond.
Okay, well, he stood. So have the vines stopped, or are the vines also still coming?
The vines are still attacking you as well. Now
Okay.
you're just getting a pressure.
So he's hip hopping on top of the vines, and he sees the sprites coming, and I think he's trying to like, as bad as it sounds, like just dodge and weave his way through. You know what I mean? Like it's obviously not it's not perfect. Like he's already having to deal with the vines. He's not going to dodge every single one, but like he's trying his best to minimize the impact. You know.
You notice that as you jump to the next vine, distracted by the beings around you, the vine underneath you pops open as you are swallowed by pixies. You fall to the floor. I'd like you to make your next roll at disadvantage.
Okay. 26 acrobatics.
You easily get out of the way and you start along the path again. You jump up back to where the safety is of the vines going along. Now you're kind of having a better look around and noticing different things as they're happening. You notice that some of the vines that are attacking you are actually these projectiles full of pixies. However, the ground does not let its prey go so easily, as some of the vines start to develop teeth and try and wrap around you, biting into your flesh. You can now make your last and final roll.
Disadvantage?
This one will be flat.
Okay. 21.
21. You're easily able to escape the claws and the teeth that are gnashing upon your ankles as you're quickly running forward. You notice the opening of the ground far in front of you. As you continue forward, you have a sense of safety reach over you. As that sense of safety washes over you, you notice that the mouth of the cave starts to fuse shut as Lobat itself is trying to envelop this cave. You easily make it and sliding underneath it, and you feel the warmth and safety of an area that is protecting you. However, the crystal cavern that you're in is missing a very important object, an object that you left here a few hundred years ago.
Okay.
The object has disappeared, and it seems it has been mined out.
Okay. Saturn is going to be in a bit of a state of shock because he kind of really needed what was in this cave. So he's kind of going to put a hand into his pocket, kind of hold something, and then he's going to kind of look around for another exit. because he knows he can't really stay here. So he's like, okay, I have to move on. Plans change. And he's hoping from some, he's hoping that wherever he goes, like the next best thing he can kind of think of is like, okay, where can I go, right? It's like he's thinking kind of maybe Pan, simply because that's the last time he was actually in an actual settlement and kind of, he was like, okay, maybe everyone else is going to go there as well and we can group up again. So he was like, okay, I think I'm going to go to Pan now.
Cool. You notice that the mouth of the cave is fused shut. However, the small covering that is covering it could be probably blown up or rammed through. How would you like to get to Pan? I will let you roleplay this entire portion.
How far is it to Pan, if I can ask? From the cave?
It's probably about a 2-day journey. Normally for you, that's fairly quick, so we could assume maybe 40 minutes.
Okay.
If you really concentrated.
Well, Zed's going to take a few deep breaths, right? He's going to take out his explosive dagger. He's going to throw it into the opening, right? Blast it open. And then he's just on a mad dash. Like, he knows that stopping even for a second is probably going to mean death, right? So he's just booking it. And yeah, he pretty much does that all the way there. Like, obviously he has to dodge some more vines and fix whatever else Snowback kind of throws at him. But he gets a few scratches, a few minor injuries. He pretty much like gets to Pan in one piece. Let's put it that way. I feel like that's kind of how that would work out.
Upon your travels, you notice that there are beings on the road also running and trying their best to get to Pan. However, each and every one of them are either stabbed with a root or pulled down by various creatures like dryads and treants, trying to get food and trying to consume food. You see parents and children getting consumed. But you're not allowed to stop, because if you do, you yourself will be consumed as well. Countless cries and screams ring out in the air as the entire world itself goes from what seems to be a mound to a fishbowl, inverting from the mountainous form into a chasm. As you get to Pan, you notice that the gates are not manned. The mushrooms that circle the base protecting the refugees inside have been broken and burned down by pillagers. Upon running through these gates, you notice that a bunch of hunters are attacking and killing every refugee that is left over. I would like you to roll a perception check.
Okay. Is it currently daytime?
It is currently daytime.
I will roll a disadvantage because 1, I would be distracted, and 2, it's daytime. So. Yep. 10.
10. You notice a white cloaked figure. A figure that you've seen before, but you can't necessarily place it. With a blade ramming into a human who is held up in the air aloft. As you continue forward, you get to where the olive trees are slowly branching over and stopping any refugee from coming within. The elves on the other side are casting spells, killing off the refugees that are trying to get inside, making sure that no one enters except for those of elven blood.
I'm gonna.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
I was gonna say, like, because I have currently have my full cloak on and stuff. Would it help if Cedric pulled down his cloak so his pointy ears come out? Because like, would that help, or would that just make it worse?
Give it a shot.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do that. Like while he's running it, he's just gonna quickly pull off just his hood. Right, he's gonna keep the cloak on, but he's just gonna pull off his hood, just so it's clear that he's not human. It's clear it's clear as a draw, right? Like.
Yep. You notice someone standing over the palisades of these olives that have come together to stop anyone from coming in. It is Ithriel Blackthorn, the elf that made a deal with Zoldan quite some time ago. You notice as he stands there, he sees you immediately out of the crowd. He points to you, and you're enveloped in a wall of shadow. 1 second passes. 2 second passes. and then bright light enters you as you're standing directly next to him on the balustrade. You're lucky you got out of that. You would have died.
Yeah, thanks for the save, man. I do appreciate it.
Thank you for not helping any refugees. Honestly, they don't deserve it. They've been living under our safety for far too long.
I mean, like, it's crazy what happened, right? Like, I mean, what happened to make everything go so bad, you know? Crazy stuff.
Active insight roll. A dirty 20. He looks at you and goes, "It was you and your party, wasn't it?" Honestly, I'm not concerned.
Listen, man, listen. It's like we should at least help some of the refugees. I mean, this is all going terribly, right? But like, this is also gonna, hit you guys, and the more manpower we have, the better, right? So if we just get a few of them in, and then
He kind of sneers at you, and he says, "How would helping any of them help us? None of them are mages. None of them are as effective crafters as us. And those of them who are leaders in this community are currently at the Great Games."
The Great Games. Okay. Well, how about this? How about I just try to get a few people across, and I can pay for their stay here, and then there's no harm to the community, right? Like they can just chill here for a bit.
Ithriel looks at you still and says, "You have a choice. You can join your friend in the jail cells below, or you can stop suggesting such heresy.
I think
Just because you have a seat on our account, just because you have a seat. Let me just say this real quick. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just because you have a seat for our council does not mean that we approve of it."
I think Cedric's expression is gonna darken a bit, and he's just gonna be like, "Which friend?"
The friend that was sent here many, many years ago.
And why, if I can ask, is he in jail?
He suggested something quite similar. He'll be released after they're all dead. But there's no point risking the safety of our own.
I think Cedric is just gonna look at him and be like, I wanna see him. I wanna see him make friends.
Of course. I'll get some guards to help you there. He points to two elves that seem to have helmets over their heads. The helmets look similar to the Sorrowsworn that you fought down in the depths. They seem to be contorted and showing emotions on their faces. But you cannot see the eyes or the face underneath. They take you further in, and you see a giant olive tree in the center of what you seem to be a small forest, but you can see now as a mirage hidden from those refugees. You see behind the giant tree Catafio, and a few of the other areas that Tenacity and Clarabelle have mentioned in the past. They lead you into the giant tree deep beneath the roots, and you see Zoldan held in a cage before you. Zoldan, would you like to describe how your character now looks?
He's a little bit more middle-aged. Not quite the same as like a middle-aged man would. A little bit younger due to being half-elven. But would I assume there's any scarring or no?
It's up to you. The majority of the time during your training, you're healed immediately afterwards. They take very good care of you. You do have your own set of bunks that are not with any of the full-blood elves, but there are quite a few half-elves that you have got in your bunks instead. They're very nice to you guys, but there is obviously quite a clear difference between you and them. So it is up to you if you've sustained any scars.
I'll say there are no scars on me. No, nothing visible. But yeah, just like very faint facial hair sort of thing. Nothing you'd look twice at, pretty much.
Okay, well, Cedric's just gonna be like, so then, what the hell happened? How are you in jail?
That's a long story, but so you know when you were fighting that thing after you were taken from that party and we were watching you.
Sure.
Well, then we got into the ring ourselves. After that, the elves kind of snuck up behind me and just teleported me here in an effort to train me to become more like them.
Okay, we're gonna dissect that another time. We have stuff to do, so get out the cell and let's go.
Can I get out the cell, DM?
The elven guards is kind of standing at the door. You know that the door isn't locked, but that if you were to leave, they'd be quite frustrated at you. And you've obviously got the curse of Ithriel still on your body. You know that if you leave the cell and don't save any refugees, that you'll be fine. But as soon as you attempt to lend a hand, that you will be transported immediately back here.
What are your plans?
What are my plans? Well, you weren't there to be fair, but we may or may not have made a few very important people mad who now want all of us dead. So my plan is to get the party back together, to then kill them before they kill us, and then get the hell out of this place because it is not fun.
So, if I leave, are we going to be leaving this settlement entirely?
Honestly, we might check in at the Great Games real quick just to check if any of our other party members may have accidentally entered. Just making sure that no one's there, and then after that, and there's no one there, we will be leaving and trying to find everyone else because apparently we're all over the place right now.
So what I'm getting from this is we check the Great Games and then we're just leaving in their entirety.
Yeah, listen, man, we are kind of on a deadline right now because a lot of things want us dead. So if you could just get out the cage and that would be great.
You know what? Why not? I'll join this. But who have you made mad to cause all of this?
We can talk about it in private company. I think it's better we not announce this to everyone. But yeah, let's go find the rest of the guys we like to hang out with.
I'm gonna bow my head and just shake it from side to side in shame.
What's your other Harvan lineage? What are you?
Just
Have you
human.
thought about it?
Like,
Yeah,
just
but what
human.
kind of elf?
I have not thought about it. I was just thinking like a traditional elf half.
High elf. You're gonna be half high elf. It's the reason for you. That's okay. There's like 8 sub races of elves in the canon, and there's a bunch of different races on top of that, so it's quite a few things to fucking think about. You would know that you're kind of the ward of Thalanir, who is the Magister of the Moon Ward Lattice, who's one of the great mages here, who Tenacity would also know quite well, and also Ithriel as well. So Ithriel is the shadow guy. Now you know that both of them have the ability to transport you to where you need to go, but you know that you've obviously kind of made Ithriel a bit mad today because you suggested helping refugees.
Yeah.
But he is obviously the one who also trains you one-on-one, so it's like...
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking, if I leave, I leave. That's my thought process.
You know you'd be welcome back, but if you were to leave, they wouldn't be adverse to that either.
I think it just helps Eldrin, but I'll try not to help any... Like, as per the rules, I'll try not to help any refugees on the way if I can avoid it.
Of course. The guards beg you to follow, and they take you back up. Ithriel is standing there on the edge. He turns around and says, so you've decided not to help. That's good to see.
Yeah, we're kind of busy right now. We're just, trying to find the rest of our group and then moving on. Like this none of this concerns us.
Of course. If there's any chance you're going to the Watcher of the Crossroads, see if you can convince him to join our council. We're still waiting his reply.
I'm sure to pass the message along, I suppose.
He puts his hand out to shake your hand, Celadrin.
I'm gonna shake his hand.
Can I bat that?
You bat his hand away?
Or attempt to anyway.
Yeah. Roll your choice of athletics or melee weapon attack. So just roll your punch. If you
I'll
wanted
just
to
go
try and slap his hand away.
I'll just do athletics.
Yep.
Dirty 20.
20. Celadrin, noticing that Zoldan is going to try and swat your hand away, do you react?
I suppose I'm gonna put my hand back because that it's an obvious signal of I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. But I'm just gonna look at him a bit confused because I don't know why I just did something wrong.
Zoldan, you've gotten so good. It's a shame that you'll be leaving us for a while.
I appreciate the compliment. I also graciously accept all the training you've given me for the last however long. 30 years has it been?
Something like that.
Anyway, we'd best be off.
Where would you like to go?
Give me like 2 sec.
While we're kind of taking that break, Celadrin, just so that you're kind of aware of it as well, you would know that every time a new elf comes to Faerwyn, it creates a new opening on the council. Sorry, a new subrace of elf enters, and because you were one of the first drows to ever come to Faerwyn, the elves have kind of talked to you a few times about maybe coming and joining their council.
Okay.
Which currently has, I think, 9 members on it. And you would be the 10th member to join, if you so wanted. And you know that they've got like a throne already in place for you inside the giant tree that you're currently in.
Okay. Well, I don't think Sergeant is currently interested. Again, he just really wants to get the party together and get everyone out alive.
Yeah.
But
Just to remind you, because I know we've already also had this chat, but like to bring some like wild stuff back into it. You know that Ithriel kind of is very interested in you for strange reasons. Like it's the same way that Allah was interested in you. Like they seem to kind of want to take advantage of you.
So,
but this is probably the first time you've heard about them mentioning the Watcher of the Crossroads having a chair.
Okay. Sorry, just above table. So, are we meant to go to the tournament now, or are we meant to go to the Watcher of the Crossroad place?
So, same spot. They're both the Fae Grotto.
Okay.
I know it's been about like 2 months since we talked about this. So, effectively, for everyone here, only 6 days has passed since you guys have like been doing your stuff. Because remember the last time you were here and you tried to buy potions and they were like, all the potions are being used for the Great Games, like going to the Great Games. And then they were like the Watcher of the Meek said, if you want to wait literally like 3 days, we can all go to the games together.
Okay. So we're going to the Fae Grotto. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're going to the Fae Grotto.
Yeah, because I was just confused what to tell the guy where to bring us. I honestly forgot.
Nah, he would have just been like, oh yeah, cool, go to the Fae Grotto, I'll send you there straight away.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm back, by the way. Sorry about that.
No,
All
back,
good.
I'm dead. All good. So where would you like to
Okay,
go? Oh, I just stood on something metal. It went straight into my foot.
uh, am I the one speaking, or is
Yes, you're the one currently speaking.
We would like to go to the Fairy Grotto if we could.
Of course. Ethereal draws a circle on the floor, and darkness starts leaking out of it. Celadrin, you actually notice that this feeling is very similar to Fruit Bat's magic. It feels very similar in terms of it kind of reminds you of what you're afraid of.
Okay.
Love and care. You're afraid of love and care. So as that opens, you have the opportunity to step in if you so want.
Yeah, I think Surgeon's gonna step in.
Okay. Clarabelle, you are currently in a meeting full of watchers. Surrounding you with masks and entities so that the Pedwar cannot get their names and kill them. You yourself have got white clothing on, and as Watcher of the Dreams, you are taking part of this meeting. About the thing that was growing in your mind. However, during this meeting, you notice 3 pixies trail their way in, each of them small kobolds, which seem to be trying to carry a trench coat along with them, but it's not really working, and they go and whisper something into the Watcher of the Crossroads' ear. As Mariel, the Watcher of the Skies, a dragon that is currently polymorphed into a human, is talking to the Watcher of the Meek about what they should do and how to prepare, and they seem to be arguing. The Watcher of the Crossroads stands up, grabs their Damascus staff, and slams it into the floor. With a loud bang, he says this. Each and every one of you have dallied and been tardy. This decision is no longer up to you. The Marked Ones have destroyed 3 of the Pedwar's trinkets, and no matter what, each and every one of your domains is now in trouble. The room erupts in fear. People start trying to escape and trying to go back to where they belong. The Watcher of the Crossroads motions to you to cast Plant Growth on the entry out.
Sorry, could you please repeat that last bit? I botted out on my end.
He's asking you to kind of close the doors so no one can escape.
Sure, I wave my staff, and the doorway kind of covers with vines and flowers and various little portions of grapes.
They all turn back towards him. You would know that the Watcher of the Crossroads has only recently been added to this group, probably around about 40 years ago. He's looking towards them all, and they're all looking to him in anger. I understand you guys are upset. However, Lobat is currently on a rampage. You cannot leave the Fairy Grotto even if you wanted to, because he would kill every one of us. Yes, we all have our various deals with the Pedwar to keep ourselves alive, but I feel like that will not save us. The room once again erupts into arguments and fights, saying that they will be able to go and save their people and not die. Watcher of the Crossroads looks out once again. You all need to calm down. Stay for the games. You can't leave anyway. It is currently summer. Lobat has taken complete control of the plane.
And,
I suggest... Of course, Clarabelle?
if I may, I've spent some time with these marked ones. Sure, they're idiots, but they typically find some way to get the job done.
As this continues, the banquet in front of you full of food seems to phase a little bit, as if something is interacting with it. Clarabelle, over your last set of adventures, you would know that this world is not necessarily how the Pedwa make it seem. They are an invasive species who has set up shop and is refusing to leave. The Watchers have let them get away for this long simply for the fact that they cannot defeat them alone. The only way for them to defeat them is for everyone to group up together. However, the elves always refuse. As this conversation is continuing, the Watcher puts his hand up. Please stop. There is a special guest here today. I would like their perception of the events that are going on. Azalor, can you please come in?
Oh. Where is she coming from?
Just from behind where he's sitting.
I would have thought the watchers of this place would have been just a little touch more, brave, not cowards like you all seem to be right now.
I agree.
Looks around at them. Her orange eyes kind of flicker with fire. She has this very thick black armor encrusted with gold and two large red wings. Her hair is straight, and she's wearing this sort of battle circlet around her head. Her nails are long, and she's got this kind of demeanor of passion, but also intelligence, and that just kind of is emitted from her.
I suggest what I always suggest. We should make an opening for those who wish to leave this plane, and we should do it quick. We need to ensure that we work quickly and quietly to destroy Alp's trinket, and that to ensure the rest of the plane's survival. As you all know, the Fae are not treated nicely here. If it becomes a solution, I suggest we kill the Pedwa. Each and every one of us will take our role as an Archfey, and you will take over your own domains. This is the only way forward. As he finishes with that statement, you notice an inky black void opening in the corner as Saladrin and Zoldan pop out. As they do so, a rip in the plane is opened with stars and nebulas colliding into each other as Tenacity is thrown, covered in mud, across the table, slamming into plates and cups. Tenacity, would you like to roll your first death saving throw for me?
Oh shit.
That's a way to say that.
Okay. Yes, I shall. Okay. Let's... Success! Let's freaking go. It's
I-
2 successes.
Would I recognize that Tenacity is, not conscious?
Yes, you would.
Cool. Have a great berry.
I don't think you can eat.
Yeah,
I am
she's
forcing it
unconscious.
down your throat.
Clarabelle, act with some decorum, my lord. Eichhilt is right here. Eichhilt's hands are ready with gloves on them, ready to kind of put her hands into Tenacity. Everyone who's watching notices that Tenacity has no open wounds. As the portal and the plane close, there are for now, leave, go to your rooms, and do not interrupt us. As the Watchers slowly leave, pissed off that their junior is telling them what to do, you are all left in the room with him.
Does Zedden recognize him?
Saladrin does not recognize him, but you do notice a glare of his eyes through his mask is set directly on you.
Okay, well, So I'm just gonna, move over and try to help with tenacity as much while keeping a watchful eye on the Watcher of the Crossroads, just in case,
Did Azalor leave too?
Azalor's still in the room.
She's gonna kind of lean against, like, behind the Watcher and kind of be watching everyone, especially Saladrin.
Oh, that's an entrance.
Hello, everyone. For those of us meeting the first time, this is Azalor. She is currently the Crown Regent of those left here from Celera's charm and entrance into this world. Would you like to introduce yourself, Azalor?
It is a pleasure to meet you all. I've heard varying accounts of each of you. I have a feeling you won't like me very much, but do not let your prejudices cloud your judgment. I am not Celera.
I mean,
Azalor-
you did do her bidding.
What?
I mean, you did do her bidding, so you can't be that opposed to it.
And whose
The
bidding
Watcher of
have
the
you done?
Crossroad looks towards you as Azalor says this, and literally looks back to Azalor and goes, "Exactly right. Whose bidding have you done, Celadrin? First there was Celera, then there was Allah. You're 2 for 2.
To be fair, both of them ended badly for both sides, so I don't know.
Did you know Azalor is currently under the control of Allah as well?
Good thing I escaped that thing. That was pretty
Have
good.
you? Perhaps
Yeah, I think I
engaged.
burned that bridge in a flash, if you know what I mean.
The webs around your neck are getting tighter, and it's appalling that you do not seem to notice.
You know how it is. Stuff goes wrong, and then it's kill or be killed, and up
You
until
have
now,
an incredible ego for somebody who has failed so many times.
yeah, well, things go wrong. You make the best of it. It's just what happens sometimes.
I mean, aren't
Azalor
you...
has a very special relationship with your friend, and I'm sure if I asked her and bribed her enough, she'd be happy to replicate it with you.
I mean, if you fear that's necessary. But like, let's be honest here. What is this going out to? Why are we here? I just want my pocket back. Like,
We're here because we're discussing how to continue forward. Thankfully, you've managed to luck into following my plans. However, there is still one trinket left.
Where do we need to go to find said trinket?
Alp will keep it tucked away until Lobat is finished. Then he will let it go free roam again. You've met this trinket.
Oh, right. Can I see if Clarabelle's smart enough to put 2 and 2 together and figure out what it was?
Sure.
Would you like me to roll just a history check or an intelligence check? I'm happy to do either.
Up to you, my dude.
I'm gonna do a history check because she's trying to remember.
Yep.
Oh boy, that is an 8.
You can't seem to remember. The Watcher of the Crossroads, noticing this, looks over to you and whispers under their breath, "Leviathan Moore. I don't think you've met this one, but it was following the party for a while with Alp."
Right, okay, yeah.
For those of you who are watching, you can roll an insight check if you want to.
oh, so you mean us?
Yep, anyone who's there and watching. If you don't really care about what they seem to be talking about, you're okay.
I thought that was a pretty good hook into the audience, but that's okay. I misunderstood
Oh,
that.
good. For those of you who did wish to roll and did roll, as long as you got above a 20, you notice that the relationship here seems to be much more that of a father and daughter than anything else. Even though these two beings seem to be on the same level, the Watch the Crossroads seems to be taking a parental kind of guidance here. For now, there is nothing that we can do. We must simply wait. If you would like to, you may join the games. However, if you wish for food and safety here, you must join. If we get too crowded, I will let each and every one of you out and prefer to save my own kind. If you wish to be showcases for me, you may stay.
Sure, why not?
Clarabelle,
Yes,
you're excluded. Obviously, I'm going to keep you safe.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Appreciate it.
What about
Honestly,
the table runner?
Let's join the games. Why not?
The Watch for the Crossroads looks at Tanasi sitting on the table and slowly nudges her awake.
As she gains consciousness, she kind of jolts really quickly and kind of backs up as almost like pushing herself away and trying to get back into like a crouch, but she can't, so she sort of just flops. Oh,
Tenacity, I believe you met Zoldan.
yeah, I'm familiar.
Sorry, you were
What?
going to say something?
What is? Yeah, I know him. What? You're. Why am I? You're here.
Well, to put it bluntly, you succeeded. So of course you were brought back to me.
Good. Good.
We're currently talking how to get the last trinket.
Oh. She'll kind of look around, and then she'll realize everyone who's there, and kind of makes a wide-eye look at Celadrin, and then realizes she's on the table, and then kind of very awkwardly presses herself up, and kind of unacrobatically gets off the table and sort of brushes herself off, wipes some blood off her face, and then kind of collapses onto a chair.
Just flops off the table.
What happened down there?
You know, plans that didn't seem to align, and I figured you told me you needed them, so I let you keep them.
Right. Yes, my boys did well. They're currently outside trying to bring refugees in with my other children. Hopefully they succeed in bringing in as many as we can. Thank you for your work and dedication. Celadrin, I understand that may be hard for
The
you.
plan was always avoid them. You just hurried up my own plan.
I heard many things watching you by the river. Don't talk to me about what I hear or see.
You know, you may hear a lot and see a lot, but apparently not everything.
You don't seem to ever understand that there is more at work than you know. You should have just said something instead of acting like you were hiding something the whole time.
Yeah, well, kind of hard to, say you're planning to kill off the pet war as, when, most people here kind of like them. So,
You let us all walk into a death trap with you, and then you didn't even tell us what you were planning?
To be fair, I did not think I could get that sapling. That was unexpected. I just took the opportunity. That was not part of the plan.
You seem to do that a lot. Just take opportunities. Have you ever thought
What?
that maybe your life would be a lot easier if you worked with someone?
I
Instead of
did work with
doing it
people.
alone?
I did work with people, just not with people I don't know.
Well, when
Tenacity, I would advise working against. I would advise working. Sorry, I would advise against not working with him. For whoever he is with, they seem to only suffer pain and misery.
agreed.
Zoldan, welcome back. I'm sorry for getting someone to send you away all those years ago. However, I feel like it was something you needed.
I do agree with that after experiencing it.
I would ask you how your time is, but we do not have the time for such long stories. We will talk about it later. For the rest of you, what are your current plans?
Well, I don't even know what's happened, so I don't know what the plan is.
I assume you want to get your group members back?
Ideally.
Well, then you'll be very happy to hear what the prize is for winning the games this year. I'm surprised you didn't come with the elves. How are they faring against Lobad?
I'd say they're doing all right for themselves, but if I'm being honest, I was kind of just using them.
Yes, that is fair. How are the refugees there?
Not good, unfortunately.
I wonder why I don't join them. They're set in their ways. What about you, Celadrin? What is your plan?
Well, getting the party back, righting a few wrongs, and then taking care of the pet war. Because, has to
Where's
be done.
Crimson?
Crimson got lost.
Oh my god, you're kidding.
How is it
Shot
that you
not explaining
people
that to the Watcher of the
always
Meek.
go missing?
Well, to be fair, it's not really my fault. He just disappeared.
He helped you, and you just what? Forgot
He
about
just
him until
wasn't
you
there
forgot
the
about
next
Goblin?
second. That wasn't my fault. You guys lost more party members than I did.
Me?
I don't want to hear.
Me?
Yeah, I come back. You guys lost Xander and Zodan. What the hell happened?
On my party.
As far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned, Tenacity's only party member would be me and my children, and my children are all safe.
Azlor starts laughing low, but she's clearly finding this humorous.
Well, it is how it is.
We know where Xander is. He's being watched at the moment to ensure that he doesn't cause any problems. He's safe. I wouldn't necessarily say he's sound after your adventures together.
Azlor kind of piques interest again, and she... What about, the Califaxian daughter? What is her fate?
She's currently
So long
hidden
since I've seen
away.
her.
Sorry, Celadrin, you were saying?
No, sorry. Was she talking to me, or just in general?
In general, but she's looking around the room and makes eye contact with a few people.
Oh, I've been away for 30 years. I got no idea. I've got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, she's on her way back.
How do you know that? I thought you had no idea where she was.
Let's call it instinct, and leave it at that.
See, this is why nobody trusts you.
Yeah, that's super sketchy, man. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, we're kind of running out of options with how many people want to kill us, so I'm just trying to get everyone out of here.
Wouldn't having
Like,
a cleric be a good thing?
yeah, I'm working on it.
You're working on it. Yeah.
Well, it's hard to locate people, okay? Because apparently they move around. It's difficult. I'm trying.
Very trying.
Are you gonna share your information, or are we just supposed to trust you based on your previous actions?
Let's just say, last time I saw her, I left her in her cave, and we went our
Left-
separate ways, and she wasn't there when I returned because she moved away and probably, listen, I'm trying to find her.
I thought
It's fine.
you said when we met you that you hadn't seen her. Hmm? But she
That
seems
But
to
I
is
hadn't
an
have.
seen her since
excellent
then.
point.
What do you mean? I hadn't seen her
Howard,
since then.
do
Listen,
you not
we're getting
remember
off
what you
topic.
said to us when we arrived and met them? I remember it being a lot of, she'll be fine. She's probably walking with flowers and picking them and whatever. Hmm?
Yeah, if there's anyone in the party who would be fine, it's probably Alona. She can take care of herself.
Hold
Okay.
on, why is she picking me?
It gets funnier every time you say that, Clarabelle, I swear.
Thanks.
I have such a bad humor. Anyway, for now, let's not worry about that. Let's focus on the game plan. After the games, you're going to go and get the last trinket. Everything else has been completed thanks to Clarabelle and Xander, and Celadrin as well. Whether you knew it or not when you were working with Clarabelle and Xander, that's really helped us out. It means that we can get back to Perodia super quick. However, we need Umbra back. To do that, I need his soul. Now, I will let you and Zoldan get to his cave if you promise to bring him back. Can you do that for me, Celadrin?
Yeah, I don't really like doing it, but sure.
You have 30 seconds, because as soon as I make my move, they will know what I am doing. Are you ready?
Sure.
The Watcher of the Crossroads pulls what seems to be a dagger out of the front. Damn, what are they called? Sheath. The front sheath on his body. You notice that he has a dagger sheath directly where his belt buckle would sit, and it goes directly horizontal. As he pulls it out, he places it into the air in front of him. It looks as if it's like a steak knife cutting through steak, as he jaggedly pulls it back and forth, opening up a rift in front of you. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He pushes you in. As you enter the cave, it is exactly how Steve described it last week. A sense of tranquility surrounds you. However, you notice that there is a Goliath waiting for you in the corner. The Goliath is covered in rot and mildew. As you see this being, you feel the soul of Umbra coming towards you. I'm going to quickly get up this stat block and double check something, because this will be a contested roll.
Okay.
This is probably not going to have the stats I want, but that's okay. Okay. Blip, 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 blip. Why is it building this? That's okay. Okay. Athletics. So they're going to roll athletics against you to try and grab you. You will need to dodge
Okay.
out of the way. I'm going to tell you
Athletics?
straight up. You can use acrobatics. They've got a plus 14 to this roll, and because they were waiting, they will have advantage.
Okay, I'll normal roll, right?
Yep. I'll roll first. They rolled
Yeah.
a 28 to grab you.
Okay.
You need to beat a 28.
33.
33. Asukalu makes a grab for you, trying to ensure that the being they've been guarding for Lobad does not escape. You quickly pull out of your pocket a trinket. Describe how you pull in Umbra's soul.
Well, Cerdin has a bit of experience putting soul in at this point. So he pretty much just kind of, because he's out of time and everything, he just he's very nice with it. He's kind of forceful. He just tethers onto it and just pulls it in as sharp as he can into the trinket, so then they can get out quicker. He's not trying to damage the soul or anything, but he's still trying to hurry it up a little bit.
Yeah. Now, Zoldan, as you've kind of popped through behind Celadrin to assist him, you notice Sulkalu going again for another grapple check. I will let you roll a grapple check against me. Once again, I've got a plus 14. You have to roll a contested strength or acrobatics check using your arms to stop him from grabbing Celadrin.
Cool.
He rolled a 25.
Let's see what this does. 31.
31. Describe how you hold this Goliath back.
I'm imagining conjuring up a second using the echo and just using the forestation around us to create walls or a sphere, I guess.
Cool. As you do that, your arms quickly reach out and start building up things to stop him from getting in the way. A second set of arms appears and holds him in place as you're doing that wall. Celadrin, you're able to quickly hop out of there, and Zoldan, you follow quickly behind him. You only had 3 seconds left of the rift, and it snapped shut as soon as you pop to the other side. Alright. Now that I have done that, the Pedwar will be aware of where I am. They cannot come and interact with me because I have not released their prisoner yet. Because that is the deal we made, I need each and every one of you to follow my instructions the next time that someone needs to leave here. Failure to do so may lead to worse things than simply not being able to walk anymore. Zoldan, roll a history check, and Celadrin, roll a history check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not good with history.
14.
11.
Zoldan, you remember the last time someone gave you an instruction and then lost the ability to walk was Ariet? Celadrin, you can't seem to remember.
Okay.
As this happens, the Watcher says, "Now all of you may leave. I have discussions to have." As they turn to Azalor. This is a new place for Celadrin, so he doesn't know where he's going. Zoldan has only been here once, so the option will be whether Tenacity wants to take them, or Crimson wants to take... Not Crimson, Clarabelle wants to take them.
What would you like, Reese?
Down for whatever.
I think Tenacity's probably not in a position right now where she should be doing much.
Alright, I'll take lead.
As you leave, the Watcher of the Crossroads turns towards Azalor. Azalor, can we trust that your army will support us if we decide to try and take over one of their cities?
You know you can, Watcher.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Can I trust you to at least not kill Elona if she was to return?
I have never been as hateful toward her. She is not my concern right now. I too have been betrayed by her mother. Perhaps we will be More similar than she would like to admit.
Time will tell. Tenacity. How are you going in regards to finding a way to stabilize the portal?
Yeah, I think I got it. You can see she's wincing at the pain.
You see I Tilt getting pulled through the walls as the Watch of the Crossroads pulls their hands out, and the 9-foot tall Fae lands neck first into this small childlike's hand. I Tilt, you will fix her, and you will not harm her. Is that understood? I Tilt, for the first time that anyone in this room has seen, looks visibly terrified. You have never seen the Watcher of the Crossroads actually interact with her in a closed space. Idhilt nods and comes over to you, slowly patching you up and casting healing magic over your body.
Watcher, it won't be a quick thing. I'll need to be protected while I do it.
That's fine. We'll figure it out. And we need to cause a big enough distraction to distract the Pedwar anyway. I have Fruit Bat talking to some additional allies, and I'm trying to find a way to gather enough energy to blow a hole through the roof of this plane.
You're the cleric. She is somewhat similar to me, I've heard, in her magic.
Of course.
Maybe
She may be able to help you stabilize the portal and keep you safe.
if she is as powerful as some people have mentioned, then I could use her help.
Of course. We'll discuss that later. For now, I'm going to go back to my rooms and to think. I would prefer not to be disturbed during this time. The Watcher hops off of the throne and walks out. Sorry, what would Tenacity like to do?
Oh, she was just gonna nod at him.
Cool. We are now deep below the Fae Grotto. You are in a room that you have not seen in about 6 days. It has not been that long. A lot of things have happened in a 6-day span. For Celadrin, you have never seen this room before. You do, however, notice that the bunks are carved out specifically with everyone's height and weight in mind. They're effectively like chipped out of the walls and with moss and other various plants kind of used as padding and as bedding. During this time period, you may all take a long rest.
Hell yeah.
John, you may take a long rest.
The
You may
longest
take a
rest.
long rest. Some would say a very long rest.
Someone saying
Long
an
rest.
eternal
Never
rest.
It's the longest rest. It's fine.
He's just an EP guy.
The feeling of sanctuary that you've had every time that you've been here, which has been once, the feeling of sanctuary that you felt last time that you're here is now mixed with something else. A feeling of tranquility. As you all rest your heads and go to sleep. No dreams plague you this night. Nightmares are on the horizon, and you all feel it, however you are not visited by any. Unless Clarabelle wanted to have a chat with someone or to do something in their dream.
I kind of want to be mean, but I'm not gonna. I just
Don't
think
be
it'd
mean.
I just think it'd be really funny to have like in Zoldan's dreams, just at the edges of the peripheral vision, just little skittering spider-like creatures just running around, not actually causing any trouble, just enough to put him on edge.
You're evil. You're evil. You're meant to look after people's dreams. That's a role. What's that? What does Obi-Wan say to Anakin? You're meant to destroy the nightmares, not become one. As this kind of occurs and you wake up the next morning, you notice that the hubbub is very much increased. There seems to be a lot of people all interested and happy for today. For today is the day of the Great Games. Each and every one of you here is unaware of what is going to happen today and who is running it. You did hear some talk of Progeny running it. Now, before I continue onwards, would anyone like to describe in their character who Progeny is? For those at home who may not remember, because I bet some of you don't remember.
I don't think Celadron ever met them, no?
Celadrin
No.
did meet Progeny.
Oh, was
Quite
he
a
the
few
one who
times.
attacked him?
No,
No, that's a,
that was Rabbit.
No, we met Progeny somewhere else before we came to the Fae Grotto.
Yes, in 2 places.
Yep.
One of them was in Parn. I'll give you a reminder. They have got blue and red hair, and sometimes white and red hair. Their hair seems to change.
And they're a little shit.
As a law, because it's your child, would you like to describe what Progeny is?
I have not come prepared. I did not know that we were doing this.
Okay,
Hold
that's
up.
okay. Progeny, because I don't think they're in the Fairwind notes, because I've been a little bit lax. Progeny is the child of Thimble and Azalor. They once got into a massive fight over the borders of Allah's domain and Alp's domain over whose deals were better, Fae or Fiends. As this fight continued, their magic melded together and made a pixie full of hatred named Progeny. Progeny is the one who was staying in the same bunks as you when you were in Parn and advised you not to wake the old man. They also had a bunch of the Watcher of the Crossroads children with them. They had Bear and I remember Badger. Bear and Badger it should be. Or
that-
Bear and Eagle.
I didn't realize that. Oh my god.
Um, Azalor, why are you fighting people like that? So that's who Progeny is. Now, if you remember last time as well, it has been a while, when Progeny seems to run these trials of survival, they seem to take it more as a game and direct it at people in actual danger. They are not kind when they play. They see this as a way to entertain themselves and the other Fae who have been discriminated against and ostracized from the other members of Faerun. While as the Watcher of the Crossroads sees it as an ability to get stronger and to push yourself even further. Trying to survive is their main goal.
I hope the Great Games is something like Monopoly. I'm good at that one.
Damn, capitalism has made it to Fairwind.
What's Monopoly? God damn, I missed some things.
It's this game, right, where you like buy certain pieces of land and then you just get to keep them, and like you charge people for going there. It kind of like taxation.
What are taxes?
Good question.
Clarabelle, roll 1d4 psychic damage for yourself.
Hell yeah! That's
Should I also roll
2.
that?
I take 2 psychic
No.
damage.
She's concentrating way too hard right now.
Yep. She is not high enough for this.
As you guys continue, you notice looking at the area in front of you that some of the vendors from Parn are setting up stalls. You see some people from Dim Sum Paradise, you see a few people from the Workers' Station, and you see some mages. I will give you this time to suggest something you want to add to your inventory in terms of magical items or healing potions, and we will debate it.
Would we like to record pause the recording while we do that?
We can do that.
Alright, we will be right back in a couple of seconds for you guys. See you in a sec. And we are back.
Looking out into the chamber around you, you can see shops that are set up ready to sell some items. Tenacity, you're walking back from your healing with Itilt. You feel a bit queasy still because she obviously still, her magic isn't necessarily magic that heals in a nice way. Like, it definitely heals in a bit of a cruel way, but she didn't go out of her way to make it any worse than it had to be. as you reach the group again, you notice that they're all kind of getting up, ready to go after a long rest. As a group, what would we like to do?
Well, I think we should inform Tenacity we've decided to enter the games.
I mean, yeah, I think that makes sense. I think everyone of the party wants to, like, stay here and fight, so.
Too easy. As you guys are starting to go and sign yourselves up, you get to the counter where you would sign yourself up, and you notice the stalls around you. A few Faes are manning it, with Badger and Boar kind of pushing and shoving each other behind the counter. A small Fae that looks female and a bit purplish, you could say, looks up to you guys and says, "All right, what would you guys want?"
What's the option?
Your options are you can participate in the minor games today or the major games. The major games comes with the prize that is a little bit bigger, a little bit more important. It's a guaranteed way for you to have sanctuary in the place where you stay.
I guess we go
In
major.
the minor games, you can earn gold or magic items.
Well, I suppose we're gonna go in the major games.
What is the thing that guarantees sanctuary?
That has not been released to the public yet. The only person who knows what it is the Watcher of the Crossroads.
So it's probably good
Okay.
then. Well, in that case, I say we go major.
Too easy. I'll get your names. Obviously, I know the majority of your names already. The only ones that I don't know is this shadowy figure pointing towards Saladrin and this strapping young elf pointing towards Zoldan.
I'm Bobby.
You can put me down as eye patch.
Too easy. Oh, it seems as if someone already has eye patch written down here. They got eye patch 2. What a strange thing to write. They write down eye patch 1 for your name.
Okay.
Boar and Badger, noticing that you're there, look over to you and go, "Oh, dude, that's the guy that Fruit Bat was talking about. Dude, he has an eye patch. What the heck? You know, Fruit Bat actually doesn't need the eye patch? Of course I know, dude. He's my little brother. Shut up." And they start pushing and shoving each other away.
Sailor's just gonna ignore it.
I'd like you all to roll a perception check if you want to look at the list.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna.
Oh, look, why not?
I'll look.
No reception. Ah.
Put it
I
That's
see
a
nothing.
9.
I see nothing.
Anyone who got a 10 or lower just sees a bunch of names that they're not really too sure about. Anyone who got a 15 or lower notices that there's a few names that they seem to remember, just like some common folk that have kind of been in the pits before. You see, I always get this wrong, but Morv, is Morv her name? Probably not. What was Abby's character's name?
Vignette.
Vignette, that's it.
You're
How you
thinking
say-
of the color.
Vignette, you see Vignette, and the characters' names from the one shot are currently there present. Anyone who got a 20 or lower, you would also notice that the name Watcher of the Crossroads is on there as well. It seems the Watcher of the Crossroads will be competing for this prize as well. Anyone who got a 25 or lower would also see Xander on the list. Is there anyone who got higher than that,
New.
including nat 20s?
Oh, I got a 1.
Oh, okay, so Tenacity, you...
I'm gonna say
Okay,
she's
cool.
looking for a fruit bat up in the air.
Yeah.
I did not roll.
Fruit Bat, you know your mirror. Sorry, not. Clarabelle, you know your mirror is outside. Currently, still trying to get people inside. You wanted to tell people that information at some point. Squid is also outside. All right, that's all done for you guys. You can head on your way up to the top in the waiting area if you want to, or you can stay down here and get a few items if you need. It's going to start in about 2.5 hours. You have time to rest if you want, or to kind of mill about and talk to some people. All right, good luck.
Thanks.
Um, I feel bad. Vignette herself is the person who was just saying that. So Vignette's the one who's on sign-on sheet. As you guys have some time to yourselves. We might go down the list. We'll start with Clarabelle first, then into Soldrin, then into the comatose patient, then into Soldrin, and then into Tenacity. Right. Clarabelle.
Yeah, I approach whoever's doing item things and like, hey, you guys got any like necklaces or anything that like may or may not make me feel a bit healthier?
Of course, of course. First of all, just so you're aware, we would like to do a bit of a weird payment for this. We would like some part of your body or personnel, something that really matters to you, and also to be able to use your face in perpetuity. You notice they've got a few like documents in front of them, which is just a sign, and they don't seem to have any form of money.
Right. Something that means a lot to me. How about this? And I summon forth a flower that at first glance seems kind of just a regular flower, but the closer you look at each of the individual petals, you see different constellations of different memories of important moments of her life.
Ooh. Yes, that will do greatly, actually. Of course. And the perpetuity, just sign here. They just point to a little bit of a signature thing, and they go, "Oh, you can just do an X if you don't want to put your name down or anything like that. If you do decide to put your name down, don't worry about it. We are contractually obliged not to do it. We've worked with a hag to ensure that our contracts are viable."
Random question. How do you hold a quill?
So they're going to show you with their hand, and they're going to go, "Here's the deal. If you just like try and hold it, we can move your hand for you. So just hold it like."
Let's do. Yep. And I accidentally overgrip, and the quill snaps. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, can you give us your verbal confirmation that that is okay then, and we'll sign it for you?
Yes.
Of course. They kind of go over and they go, "Cool. Here's a selection of our necklaces. If any of them speak at you, let us know, and we'll be happy to talk about trades or anything else. If we need anything more. However, you have given us a pretty significant gift, and this will ensure that we can use you face if we so need." You see a variety of amulets, like the Amulet of Joy and Sorrow, the Amulet of Life Protection, Amulet of Mystery Step, Amulet of Natural Armor, and Amulet of Perfect Health. And this doesn't really matter too much to me. It isn't anything really cool. It's not to me. You then see the tips of wound closure. It seems to be a flower set into an iron flower set into a green emerald base, which looks as if plant growth is coming off of it.
This one, I think, is perfect for my vibes.
Of course, yes. It looks beautiful on you. That's okay for you taking that one. We don't need anything extra. It seems to be like a bit of an item that we can't really sell off. People are actually a little bit afraid of it for some reason, but that's okay.
Well, I shall take it off your hands.
Is there anything else we can do?
I think that's it for now.
Awesome. Thank you for that. All right. Have a good day. Oh, and if you, because you were traveling with Janice, right?
I haven't seen him for a while, but yeah.
Yeah, if you see him, say hello.
Yeah, sure.
We do miss him at home.
I'll let him know.
As you head on your way. The next thing that you wanted to do, that was just it for you, right? Just the
Yeah, because we discussed that the axe being part of my staff had already happened.
Too easy. As we continue on to Eye Patch, is there anything you would like to do at the moment, Eye Patch?
No, he's just gonna pretty much go up to the waiting area, and he's gonna, he's gonna sit there, prepare himself for the fight.
Yeah.
kind of in like a reflective nature, but slightly pissed off. But yeah.
You notice a few people around you, and you notice they're all a little bit weaker than you. There's no one really kind of up to your standard or up to the party standard, except that there are two watchers, it seems, standing in the group. One of which has got a white cloak on with brown leather armor strapped up with a rabbit mask over their face. You can roll a perception check if you so want to.
Yeah, let me roll that perception check. 22.
22. You instantly clock this person as having the hunter's mark engraved upon their mask. You notice as well that the mask isn't made of marble like the other watches is. This mask seemed to be made out of some form of alternate material, similar to what the kids of the Watcher have. The Watcher of the Crossroads, how he kind of dresses them up in identical outfits to be a bit of an escape route for him. You would also remember. Sorry, I'll let you now roll a history check at advantage.
Okay. History. Okay, that is a 9.
That is a 9. You don't seem to remember who they are, but you get a very uneasy feeling coming off of them. Everyone else seems to be fairly normal. The other watcher that is there is Marielle, but she doesn't seem to be participating. She just seems to be walking around and talking to people.
Okay.
John, how's being dead?
I mean, at least Rialth can't get to him, so.
That's true.
Or can she? Dun, dun,
Wah,
dun.
wah, wah.
Find out
Thomas,
next
how
time.
are you going? We'll then go to Zoldan.
I might go to a brewery. Well,
Yep.
a potion brewer's place. You know what I mean.
You notice that the old man that you saw quite a while ago, who is the potion master and alchemist for the majority of Pan, is there with his two daughters. He's going blip, 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 kind of like instructing them on what to do when they're mixing potions, and it seems as if the majority of their stock has run out already. However, as soon as this little dryad sees you, do you know what he kind of looks like? He kind of looks like a Bududu from Pokemon. Or I think they're called Bajus, actually, the first evolution. No,
You
not
asked me, I was
Baju. What are they
never into
called?
Pokemon.
But he kind of just looks like probably up to your knee and is a bit of like a disgruntled. What are those things called in the things that scream when you pull them out of the earth?
Mandrakes.
Yeah, he looks like a little mandrake, like a teeny tiny
Okay.
mandrake. As soon as he sees you, you hear us, and starts pulling out potions from underneath the counter, looking ready to give you some potions.
I understand this is a little bit late and I can see you're running low on stock, but do you perchance happen to have a potion of superior healing?
They pick out 2 potions of superior healing and pass them towards you. His granddaughters look towards you and they go, "Oh, Pops wants you to have them for your help getting some materials the last few times you've been out on your journeys." Is there anything else that you want?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't believe I need anything else.
Of course. How's home been? Obviously, we haven't been home for 3 days. We've been traveling.
Home's been alright. Like, actually, that's a lie and a half.
I was gonna say.
It's pretty beat up at the moment. Not much has lived because of. God damn it! What's his name? The pet one. What was his name?
Lobad.
Sorry, blanked. Yeah, he's been.
Yeah, as you say that, you notice that their leaves start to dip and to wilt a little bit as they get a little bit upset, realizing that there's probably no home for them to return to.
I'm so sorry you had to find out this way.
I mean, at least we're here safe for now. There'll be other places to set up.
As kind of like a consolation, I still give them. Let's go with 10 gold anyway.
Yep, too easy. They take the gold and they thank you, and they get back to work, now with a sense of sadness. Will you be telling any of the other merchants here about what's happening at home?
I will not after seeing that.
Right, yeah. Too easy. Then we will go to tenacity.
Yes, she will. I mean, she knows this place relatively well,
Yep.
so she'll just go wherever she knows she can get. First of all, some quills, and then the headband.
You see Garv, one of the brother dwarves from Pan and from Tefach. They kind of go in between them. He's a bit of a hulking dwarf, sitting at around about 5'2", and wide enough to struggle to get through most doorways. As he sits there quietly and silently making quills in front of you and doing super fine work. You notice that behind him, he has a few workers putting up various instruments and other odd amenities. You would know him as someone who does a lot of the general carpentry and stuff from Pan, and a bit of a master craftsman. As you approach him, he looks up kind of quickly, and then back down to his work, and a gruff voice says, "Oh yeah, what can I get you?"
Quills.
Oh, right. Magic variety or regular variety?
Both.
Both, alright. Just the usual then?
Just the usual.
Alright. As per usual, I get that, it may be a bit busy for you or whatever. If you could just make sure the payment comes in the next couple of weeks. I know you kind of run through so many quills because either students forget them or you break them in your frustration.
I'm not teaching anymore.
Oh. How's that?
In fact, I can redirect my lost payment to you.
Oh, nice. Well, I would definitely much appreciate that. If that's the case, have you got the money here today for the quills then? You know that these are mastercrafted quills. They're about 3 silver each.
Yeah, I
For
have
the
enough
regular
for
ones.
that. I have enough.
Yeah.
She'll just give him 5 gold to cover the recent
easy.
purchases.
He looks up to you and goes, "Oh yeah, too easy. Have you talked to my other brothers and sisters yet?"
Not much.
The news is getting around. The refugee camp has been absolutely destroyed.
God.
Yeah, seems we're stuck here
Oh.
for the next couple of bits.
Was it the elves?
Surprisingly, no. I mean, the amount of times they tried to get rid of us, it was Lobad seeming to lash out for some reason.
Well,
It's not even summer yet.
Yeah, I hope they return to you, all of them.
Yeah, let's be real. Hopefully my brothers and sisters who are heading back to Tefach are safe, but who'll know.
Just keep looking forward. I think change is coming soon.
Too easy. Anything else I can do for you?
I think that's good. Stay safe, yeah.
You too. You know where you're going to next. Is a bit of a... Honestly, an area that no one is really allowed to go to except for the Watcher of the Crossroads and his closest allies and children. Deep below the Fae Grotto is a kind of hollow area where the children go to pay respect to their adopted mother, who everyone has forgotten the name of. But you know that down there is like kind of a bit of a place of rest.
She will purchase a loot from somewhere and she'll head down there. I think
Too
she'll try
easy.
to find some sort of like stone that's unmarked.
Yeah. As you get down there, you know the Watcher of the Cross. You see the Watcher of the Crossroads there, kneeling with Raven, Eagle, and a few others, seemingly getting ready for today's games. As you walk in, the Watcher of the Crossroads gives you a polite nod, kind of intuitively knowing what you're doing. He points to the back corner where a bit of a darker area is, where the light of the sap from the tree doesn't reach, and you notice a few loose stones that could be used as headstones.
She'll find one and she'll pass her hand over it and leave behind a kind of glowing gold name just for John.
I
and
will
then
let
she'll
you roll an Arcana check.
Oop, oop, my dice fell. Okay. That will be a 30.
30. You feel the pull of something extremely magical coming from the center of this room. The Watch of the Crossroads and the children you notice are not mourning. They seem to be grabbing something out of the earth.
Can she kind of watch them closely, but also trying to make it seem like she kind of isn't watching?
I'm gonna be so for real with you. You
I
would
know
probably know off the top of your head that I'm pretty sure his passive perception is like a 30 something and his passive insight is like 24.
Fair. Well, I mean,
So he will know, but that's also not
you
a
know what?
problem.
She'll just watch because, like, he wouldn't do it if there was someone there he didn't want to see.
Yeah. Sorry, passive perception of 24, passive insight of 19. He is not full build yet.
I've got a passive investigation of 25.
Damn, you're way better. Anyway,
That means you can passively kind of get the vibe check.
yeah. You notice that they're pulling a giant crystal out of the ground. This crystal is a blue-green color, and as soon as it gets pulled out, a sickening sense washes over you. The same sense that you felt while in Umbra's cave.
Can she kind of study it? Is it like anything she's seen before?
Yeah, of course. Roll an investigation check or arcana check at disadvantage.
That'll be a 22.
You have seen this before. The last time you saw this, it was wrapped up in the clusters of Lobad. This seems to be Umbra's body.
She kind of gets, her mouth goes agape and she's just kind of watching it with wide eyes and then looks back at the headstone she just made for John and kind of feels like, you know, it was not so much a fool's errand, but maybe they didn't have to have what happened happen for it to end up this way.
Sometimes, tenacity, there are sacrifices that need to be made. Unfortunately, not all plans turn out the way they must. Sometimes people get left behind. And sometimes those people die.
Shouldn't have to be that way.
What would you have suggested instead?
I don't know. I'm just saying. He wasn't even a part of it. He was, God, out of everyone, he probably deserved it the least.
As soon as he made a deal with the marked ones, he himself was marked by fate.
What does that mean for me? I'm gonna die in Fairwind, never get home.
As far as I'm aware, your story is already written. However, the marked ones seem to be doing something different this time. Hopefully that means that it is no longer the same. I wish for you to be able to escape. But I also know that it's not up to me.
You have a lot of faith in them. I don't really know why.
I do not have faith in them. I have a faith in a prophecy said long ago. And that prophecy will be fulfilled whether we want it or not.
Prophecies can be misleading.
They can. And that is why we're
People
in this position.
People should be able to write their own fate.
Did you know that the gods cannot influence this place at the moment?
I guessed as much. I cannot reach mine.
You know, for someone who has evaded death so many times, I'm surprised you of all people are afraid of it.
I guess I was just starting to have a little bit of hope for the first time since I've been here.
Hope can get you killed.
But if it's all you've got, it's the only thing that keeps you going.
The knowledge of knowing that I need to survive another day is what keeps me going. My survival is not my own, but my children's. If I do not survive, they will not. It is simple as that.
Isn't there anything you hope for outside of that?
I hope to see tomorrow. And that is all. Your time is running out. Quickly get to the waiting area. We'll bring up the prize in a minute.
And then she'll make her way to get the headband of intelligence.
You see Janice's parents. They seem very distraught.
Does she even know? Oh, like
The party did talk a few times about the fact that they were Janice's parents.
I don't know if she would know them off sight. Like, she knows of Janice, and she knows where he fits, but I don't think she would even clock them.
No, that's okay. You don't have to. The only thing I would say is that, like, it's very well known that their child kind of betrayed the refugees by joining out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the fact that he left is kind of like a showing of, like, oh, he's choosing the Pedwar, not the people who've been hurt by the Pedwar. But you may not know them directly off rip, just because you've been too caught up in your studies.
Fair.
Sorry, can we help you?
Do you have any items for those who are intellectually inclined?
We have books and other oddities.
I'm thinking something that could help in the games.
They kind of go through, and they look at a few pendants, they look at a few rings, and then they settle on a tiara and go, this is probably the best item for it. This is a pretty big item, though. We'd like to ask if we can use the face of someone from your memories and yours.
What? Why?
That's exactly what I said, as payment.
Can it be from someone I know from Fairwind?
Of course.
Works for me then. You can't take anybody from anywhere else. Only this plane.
Of course. We won't even look any further. They seem to go in and take the memory of Crimson's face.
So she doesn't remember it?
She just doesn't remember his face. She still remembers him.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, no, she does remember it, actually. They're only taking the likeness of that individual.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that. You may have the item.
Thank you.
Tenacity, did you hear about what happened to Pan?
Yeah.
Do you reckon it'll ever be safe to return?
It's hard to say. I think change is coming, so things might be different.
They leave this conversation with a sliver of hope.
Damn, it's nasty. You fucking risen these kids.
we may go to the Colosseum map, if that's okay.
Yes.
I also need to get my chicken nuggets out of the oven.
Which Colosseum map?
Just
yep.
the one with the crystal and tree in the middle. Yep.
Bam.
So starter map. Thank you. Whoa! That one shouldn't be there yet. Boop. As you guys enter the arena, thousands of cheers and claps happen as you and a group of about 40 other people enter. Up above you, on the throne that the Watch of the Crossroads traditionally sits on, you see Progeny smiling down upon you, and at their side, Azalor. Hello, one and all. You've all come to my games today, and as such, I will be the one in charge. For those of you who are interested, this is the major game. We will be playing for none other than the crystal embodiment of tranquility. Out of front of you appears the crystal in which that you saw Umbra's body get turned into. With this in mind, we request that those in the audience who are watching do not attempt to assist those on the inside. We understand cheating has happened in the past, and for this game we will not allow it, no matter who does it. If you sense that there is some form of cheating, you must let us know. For those of you about to begin, I would like you to make groups of 4. If you fail to do so in the next 5 seconds, you will be transported to a battle that you cannot handle. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you notice every other group disappear from the Colosseum map. As this happens one by one, you notice that you 4 are left standing here. You do notice, however, that the mist around you starts to increase. Reese, could I please have these 4 individuals put on the map?
Yes. Bam. Hold up. Bam. Bam. Who's the last one again? Celadrin.
Celadrin.
It's been a minute. Hold up.
You're good.
Okay.
Could I also please have 4 of the Fae Chimera?
Sure. I'll just edit this one to give you access to it. Bam. And I'll copy and paste it. Just confirm with me you can move those around, Monsieur Diane.
Yes, I can. I just want to make them larger, but I can't seem to do that.
How big you want them?
Why is not? Just one size larger. There we go. Perfect.
Done.
Alright. Easty, do you actually want to put yours where you want yours? On the side.
I'll just go based on wherever you want them.
Cool. As buzzing and clicking noises appear out of the fog, you notice 4 creatures have been summoned. For those of you who've been in Faerun long enough, you know that these are Fae Chimera. They're a variation of the Chimera often found in Parodia, except they've got a more insectoid appearance based off of their birthing from Allah and the Chimeras that came before. As I would like us to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
You can just roll initiative for both of yours at this. So yours will go on the same time in combat, and mine will also go on the same time, Easty.
Let's go. They have it. It's 3. I'm just going to use John's character sheet to do the rolls.
Nope, that's okay.
So 19.
19, very nice. Okay. With everyone else, could I get your initiatives, please?
18 for Clarabelle.
19.
How much for Clarabelle?
18 for
Clarabelle was
Clarabelle.
on 18. Sel, what were you on?
19.
Alright. I just got to be back in like a minute or 2.
Yeah, you're good. Alona, what role were you? Not Alona, sorry.
The
Tenacity,
other one.
10.
She got a 9.
And Zol,
20.
20. Okay. What did the Fae Chimera get again? Did we get a 19 or an 18?
Yeah, you got a 19.
Got a 19. Okay, I'm gonna buff us up one. Zoldan, noticing exactly what's happening, you instantly go on the offensive, not giving any time to waste. What would you like to do?
Well, because I haven't done this yet. How far away am I? I'm gonna go a little bit closer to this. Hello. I can't move my token.
We just have to reassign it.
Done.
Sorry.
You're good. I should have asked Vignette if she wanted to play.
There we go.
My bad, G.
I'm gonna move to here. I'm gonna start letting loose on this one, but down below.
Yep.
I'm gonna be choosing what type of damage I want. Let's choose psychic damage for this one. And I'm gonna use some unarmed strikes on it.
Too easy.
28 to hit.
That will hit.
So that plus these. Holy shit! That's a 26 damage.
Too easy.
Please.
Second attack. That's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Let's do it again. That much.
How much was what was the first damage type and how much damage was it?
I chose. I'm pretty sure I chose Radiant.
You chose Psychic.
And it was Psychic, my bad. I couldn't remember off the top of my head either. But it was Psychic for 28. No, 26.
So your unarmed strike damage is bludgeoning. The
Yes, my bad.
additional damage is the other.
So, would have been. Let's get back to the roll log.
So 14 and 13 bludgeoning, so 27, and 24 psychic.
Yeah. And
then how
so
much
that's
psychic?
24.
I'm back.
Too easy.
I'll do a flurry of blows for my bonus action as well.
Yep.
I'm just confirming the key point. So 3 more unarmed strikes.
Yep.
Another 21 to hit. So there's 12 bludgeoning and 10 psychic.
Yep.
28 to hit. So
That'll hit.
8 bludgeoning.
Yep.
One more. That misses. 12.
That's okay. As you just absolutely annihilate this thing, you notice that your fists that are crunching into it don't seem to be doing so much damage. Its body itself seems to be contorting and clicking in response to the psychic damage getting hit against it. However, the bludgeoning, the actual fists themselves that are hitting, are slowly battering away its armor. As we then go into the Fae Chimera's turn. Easty, I'll let you go first, and then I'll go.
Right, okay. Is there any particular one?
You'll be the top 2, I'll be the bottom 2.
Top 2, bottom 2.
If my Google would just work for 5
Right.
minutes.
Roll 20 is just refreshing.
No, you're good. I'm gonna put green dots on mine.
Yes, well. So, let's do some. There is a wizard within. Also, I can't select.
Because I set them up for Henry's use. One sec.
Oh.
Done.
The wizard within range of this one.
That's not a wizard.
Clarabelle's a wizard.
Come on.
And what's tenacity then?
Not need to try hard.
Exactly.
Whoa, whoa!
You gonna take that? Alright, so it's gonna start with a sting attack. Which will be a 23 to hit.
I'm gonna use a shield, which will also give me my arcane ward.
Right. Next will be its claw attack. Swing down one of its many four and 18 to hit, which if your shield's still up, it's not effect.
Does it last from? Oh yeah, 1 round.
It lasts
Yeah.
until the start of your next round.
Yep.
And then 23 again.
Nice.
Sorry.
Oh,
21.
That'll miss.
It's worse.
Okay,
That
bro,
will-
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I tried.
I tried so hard. I'm not gonna sing any more than that because copyright.
Is it just that one or is it both of them?
Both. You're gonna be doing the top two. I'm gonna be doing the bottom two. I'm doing the green set.
Right, okay, well then there's a shady looking character right here. And I'm going to do a caustic bile breath. Can I get actually no, it would just be Celadon to make a dex save.
Sure.
As it will try to spew out a
15.
meets it beats it.
Okay.
And being a rogue, you wouldn't take half damage.
I would take a quarter damage.
Don't rogues get
With
use
evasion. Yeah, evasion. If you succeed against a dex saving throw, you take no damage.
Ah, no damage. Better.
Yeah, you might. So yeah, it'll weird turn gets the action. All right, DM.
This
Next
one's
is up.
wings unfurl as it starts to fly off to the side of Zoldan, not trying to leave his range, understanding that he's got his fists out, and they're quite large. And it's seeing its sibling uses caustic breath, it will do the same.
So dex
Yeah,
save?
update my shaders. Yep, dex save. Oh, it will actually move closer though.
23, and I have evasion as well.
Damn. I thought I'd be able to hit both of you there. That's a shame. Okay. So you roll the 23. That'll meet it / beat it. The second one will come up towards Celadon. Clicking and clacking. Noticing that you managed to get out of the bile, it's going to attack normally. I was about to roll a nugget.
Tell me on what side it landed on.
Dinosaur
it
side,
landed
obviously.
Side down. Big sad.
Wow.
That's something to hit. Does a nat 20 hit?
I fucking hope so.
Alright. I need some d6s. 5, 8, 10, 14, plus 4 is 18 piercing damage. Could you make a strength saving throw for me, please? DC 15.
Core strength saving throw. 16.
16? Too easy. It seems to be trying to grab you in its mandibles, but can't seem to quite do it.
So
As it
you
does-
said 18 damage, correct?
Yes, something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna half that with uncanny dodge.
Yep. As it sees you dodging out of the way, barely getting grazed by its teeth, it is going to roll to sting you.
Okay.
No. For an 11.
11 to
Crazy how
hit?
that doesn't hit. Yep.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
And then it's noticing it's missing that. It's going to turn its body in almost impossible way for a creature to move, attacking you with its claw. For a 26 to hit.
that definitely hits.
1d6 plus 4. 1 plus 4 is 5 slashing damage as it slashes across your chest. We're then going to be going on to Celadrin's turn, as these two things attempt to attack you.
Okay. How close to the ground are they? Because obviously they can fly and stuff. Are they like relatively close to
They're
the
very
ground?
close to you.
Okay.
Within 6 feet.
Can I jump onto one of their backs and then attack them in the back of the neck?
I will let you roll an athletics check to see if you can do that.
Okay.
Depending on what Easty wants to do, I would let them roll a perception check to see if they figure out what you're trying to do.
Okay. We sure we can't do acrobatics?
You can do acrobatics, of course. Yep.
Okay. Sorry, because one is a +5, one is a +15, and I would rather have a +15 on this.
Yep.
That's a 23.
Yep. Which one are you doing it to?
I
One that
thought
just
the
hit,
one.
or-
Yeah, I thought the one below me, because that's probably the one that's closest because it tried to actually, stab me.
It realizes what you're trying to do, but can't move fast enough as you land on its back.
Okay. That's my movement, and then I want to just stab it into the neck. With, I mean, what one's up here? Let's do ice. Let's do ice dagger. That's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, and that. Sorry, and that. So that would be 33 piercing damage and 10 ice damage.
Yeah. Too easy.
I'm also then gonna cast a Wails of the Grave onto this guy, the one I'm pinging. The other
What
one.
are we gonna roll? Yep. What are we gonna roll?
That's 11 necrotic damage.
So Easty, your FC2 just got 11 damage dealt with.
Are you tracking the health? I don't see.
That's okay. I can track all the health.
Okay. I'm gonna. Do I see if the ice damage is good or not? Or if it rejects the ice damage or not?
I'm gonna say you use your free action to do the flip and stuff to get actually up to them using your jump action.
Yeah.
Because you're wasting an action on that, so you can't tell just yet. But I'll let you know next round.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do the frost thing again then.
Yep.
For my second attack, which is 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Cool. And so that's 11 piercing damage and 9 frost damage.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to press myself against its back and try to attempt to hide.
Too easy.
Do you need me to roll stuff for that?
Not just yet.
Okay.
We're then going to rotate into Clarabelle's turn.
My turn. I don't like that there's a bug threatening my co-wizard person, so I'm going to get angry about that, and I'm going to rage. I'm going to rush up to said insect creature, and I'm gonna punch it. And I'm gonna punch it hard. As I do so, I yell, I cast fist! And I'm going to forego the advantage I would normally get to Brutal Strike as well.
Yep.
That would be
Alright.
25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Awesome. That is 22 plus 4, so 26 damage off a punch as glowing flower petals just kind of coalesce around her fist, and she just decks it across the mandible. I
Damn flowers.
forgot to say what I was going to do as my brutal strike, so I'm happy for that to not really do
Oh, you're
anything.
good. Go for it.
Okay, I was going to do the staggering blow, so the next time this specific one tries to attack, it has disadvantage. Oh, the other thing I cast Fist does, it's now knocked prone.
Cool.
Second attack. I take out my staff that you've previously seen covered in tendrils and vines and flowers and little clusters of berries, and you see it's now got a wicked petal-shaped blade attached to one end, and I cleave down with it.
Flowers.
Because it's prone, I get advantage. That is a 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
18 plus rage damage, which is, I think, 4 at this level, so 22 damage.
2. Yeah. Jeez.
And that will end my turn.
Too easy. Tenacity, you're up.
Okay, tenacity is like, cool, I gotta get away from this freaking bug. She's going to use Misty Step and come over here, and she's gonna place a hand on Saladrin's back and say, let's try to work together this time, yeah?
He's up 10 meters in the... Not 10 meters. He's about 6 feet up in the air or 7 feet up in the air on the back of this bug.
Oh. Well, can she Misty Step up there?
Yeah.
So she'll do that. Yeah, put a hand on him and say, let's try to work together this time, yeah? And she'll cast haste on him.
Damn.
Sorry, can you explain to me what haste does?
You have a +2 to your armor class, your speed is doubled, you have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you gain an additional action on each of your turns.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
That action can only be used to make one attack if you do take the attack action.
Okay.
Can also be used for dash or utilize, which might be interesting.
Yeah.
So, tenacity, I'd like you to roll an athletics check.
Yeah, let's give
Or acrobatics.
it. That would be a 21.
Yep, you managed to find a foothold on this insect.
That will be my turn.
We now wrap around to Zoldan, who's going one-on-one against one of these creatures.
Quick question. You said it's inside my range, but is it outside my range, given that it's flying?
No. So it had to come closer to you to use its breath attack. So it's directly in range. It's not flying up, it's like kind of arching up in front of you.
Right in my face. Cool. Can I study it to see if there's any particularly weak points other than the wings?
Yeah, of course. Studying over it, can you roll an investigation check for me, or a perception or survival? Your choice, or if you'd like to describe how you'd like to use a different action, I may let you use that instead.
I don't think I've got any other good ones for that purpose. Maybe animal handling.
That could work.
Yeah, I'll use animal handling to basically just see if, like, if other than wings, there's any other particularly weak point. 17?
You can't seem to see any weak points. This creature seems well adapted to surviving Faerun.
Well, since that was my action, I'm gonna action surge. And I'm gonna change my unarmed strikes to force damage.
Yep.
That's a 2 natural. That will miss. Let's try again. That's a 22 to hit. Well, 21 did.
That'll hit.
So that's 7 force and 10 psychic. I will, for my bonus
You're doing all force, right? You're still doing
so
psychic.
This I have to use the psychic for the 2d8 because that's a condition of the item.
Yep.
However, I am choosing to use force my unarmed strike itself.
Yep. Cool.
I am going to use another key point to do a flurry of blows for another 3 strikes on my bonus action. That'll hit. Cool beans. I'm just striking the shell on the underside. There's 8 force and 3 psychic.
Yep.
19.
That'll hit.
Did it roll? I don't think that rolled. No. That was 7 force and 5 psychic. And 1 more. And that'll miss too. That was pretty rough. Meanwhile, I'm going to use my movement to go this way, if I'm outside of its range.
It seems to not want to attack you, even though you're in its range.
Cool. Well, I'll go on the... Yeah, I'll just stay on the ground here and just yell up to... And yell up. They're weak to psychic.
You would remember that they're not weak to psychic.
Yeah.
The psychic doesn't seem to work as well on them. The blunt force, however, did seem to work.
Right. The other way around. My bad.
Yep. Fae Chimera's turn. Now we're going to coordinate our attacks. This Fae Chimera is going to fly straight up easty because it's got 2 of them on its back.
Right, yep.
Maybe go for Clarabelle or Zoldan.
Well, it's my one on the left's turn.
Yep.
Right, well, it's gonna do its caustic vile breath.
Does it
Clarabelle can
get
make
out of
me-
prone first?
Yeah, okay, it gets out of prone first. Half
Fair
its
enough.
movement. Can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
I can certainly do that indeed. I have advantage because it's an effect I can see coming. That is a natural 20 for a 23.
Right, so
Sorry,
Still
24
won't-
because I have daffodils.
well, you make it. So you're still gonna take half damage.
Mhm.
Is it quarter
This will be
damage? Is
quarter
it
damage. Yep. Quarter damage. That's okay. Keep it running.
So 21 poison damage down to 5,
Excellent, that's what we like.
and 18 acid damage down to
Half is 9, down to 4. Tastes like bad hot sauce.
It looks more confused than anything now. Unbothered you are. Okay, that's that one's turn. Sorry, which ones are on the back again? Is it Celadron and
Yep. Celadron and Alona on my back at the moment.
No,
I'll be flying them
Tenacity?
up. Oh, yes. Sorry. That's 2 for G.
Alright, well, hi Zoldan.
Uh-oh.
So I'm gonna start with the bite attack. That is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
You're going to take 15 piercing damage. And can you
Mhm.
make a strength saving throw for me?
There's the damage. Strength throw.
Yep, strength saving throw.
23.
That makes it so you know it tries, as it bites you, it tries to like clamp down on you, but you manage to break out just in time. Next, it's going to go for its claw attack for an 18 to hit.
I'm gonna use my robe and go shield.
That's fair. And then finally, it will do its sting attack with an awful 10 to hit.
That misses.
That's fair. Okay, that's end of Miles' turn.
Cool. Noticing its brother is in trouble, it's going to attack Clarabelle.
Hi.
Or sister, we don't know these new genders. 22 to hit.
Yes, definitely.
Too easy. Let me just get the stat block open real quick. So 2d6 plus 4 piercing. Can you make a strength check for me while I'm doing this?
Check or save.
Save. You'll be taking 14 down to 7.
Yeah, that's a 24, so 7.
It doesn't manage to grapple you, but it will go to attack you twice more. The first hit is a 22, which I assume hits.
22 does hit indeed.
As it starts biting on you and trying to gnaw at you, you're easily pulling back the mandibles as a claw rips into your skin, trying to
Youch.
get you to stop fighting. For 6 slashing damage down to 3. As it primes its stinger to attack you, you notice it early and stop its sheath from hitting you at all. Then we go over to Celadrin and Alona, as this thing starts flying high up above the arena, taking an action to fly 120 feet into the air. You feel the pressure build upon you as the gravity changes quickly. Looking down, you notice that the field is quite different from what it normally is. You notice that the tree in the middle, the dead tree in the middle, has been adorned with bushes and roses, while as the outside of the arena seems to be adorned with what seems to be natural wildlife of Perodia, as you see 120 feet down. The next person's turn will be Celadrin. Celadrin, you're 120 feet in the air.
Yeah, so here's the plan, right? What we're gonna do is Cedrin is gonna cut this thing's wing off and then land on it so it absorbs the fall damage for him.
Sorry, what the fuck?
You can do that.
Sorry.
Apparently.
You can do whatever you
There's
want in
someone else on
D&D.
this fucking bug.
Listen, Tenacity, this went well last time. It's gonna be fine.
It's literally
Yeah, she'll
better
be
than
saying that
alright.
when you're lethargic for a whole turn.
Okay, listen, you said we'll be a good team. This is gonna go great, okay? Listen, this is simple physics. We're gonna rip its wings out, it's gonna fall, right? We're on top of it, we're gonna hold tight. It's gonna crash into the ground, it's gonna absorb the damage, get squished, we insta-kill it, and we're both gonna get out fine.
Idiotic.
I see how this could go no wrong.
Yeah, this has never gone wrong in the past.
Never.
Listen,
Someone...
listen, I don't know what else to do here, okay?
I don't know, take control of the damn bug.
Well, I can't exactly, like, I don't have psychic command or
Hold.
anything.
Head or something. Move
Okay,
its head around.
Does it happen, Jenna? They can't hear me. Not that far up.
okay. What if I just poke its eyes? Would that help?
Not what I meant, not what I meant.
You can
do
go
you-
for it.
Yeah.
The
Um,
insectoid-like eyes are darting around as you go.
Does
to
it know
poke at
where we are? Like, it knows we're on its back, right? Like,
Yes,
just
yeah, it knows it's
clarification.
you're on its back.
Okay. You know, I think Cedrin is gonna be responsible here for once. and he's going to actually try and grab at the head and like steer it down. You know, because the body always follows where the head goes. So he's trying to like push the head down so the thing goes down.
Yeah. Roll. I will say this will have to be an athletics check because you are trying to physically manhandle this thing.
I can also just do a strength check if you want that, but
No, because it'll be contested against its athletics.
okay, I
It's
can roll
got
athletics.
+5 to this.
Yeah, same. I can roll athletics. So good.
I've got a 22. What did you get?
I got a 23.
As you kind of wrap your hands around this thing and start forcing it in the direction, you notice that it is kind of moving in the direction you want, but it's definitely not going to be moving at full speed as it tries to fight against you.
Okay. But I don't think I can do anything with my bonus action here, to be completely honest.
You also have an extra action.
I have an extra action. Okay.
It's a beast.
Seeing that it went down at least a little bit, surely if I do the same thing again, it will be easier, right?
You notice that it dips about 20 feet, but does seem to be fighting against you quite hard.
Okay, can I, like... Okay, what if I distract it by stabbing it in its neck again, and it's distracted by the pain? So it doesn't fight back
You
anymore.
can try it. I ain't gonna stop you.
Okay, okay, I'm just gonna grapple it down again and see what happens. Okay,
Yep.
we do another, like, a check.
Contested check, that's okay. I rolled a 23.
I rolled a 21.
It seems to raise up another 10 feet as it's fighting against your grapple. You have managed to make it go down about 30 feet, but you're still up 90 feet in the air.
Okay, he's just gonna turn to Tenacity and just be like, I tried, man. I don't know what to do. And end my turn.
Clarabelle,
Hello.
you're currently surrounded.
Yeah, might be. But you know, that's fine. After my last round, how's this one looking?
It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty fine.
Cool.
The one directly to the side is covered in ichor and seems to be struggling to stay standing.
Excellent. I'm going to target that one then. I am going to... Yeah, why not? Just use my axe and try and carve into its shoulder area, try and see if I can carve a wing off using the blade of my axe.
Of course. If you can deal 30 or more damage, I'll let you carve off a portion of the wing.
Cool. In that case, I'm going to try and
Enough
brutal
to-
strike to forego advantage for this then.
Yep.
Yes. Let's give it a go. Ooh, that's an 18. Does that hit?
That will hit. So you guys now know that an 18 or higher will hit.
Cool. No, I need this to go well, and I rolled bad. That's 8 damage plus. I'm also going to use my brutal strike that will give it disadvantage on its next attack.
Yep.
That's my first attack. Second attack, I'm going to true strike on this one to give an extra d6 damage. Let's do it. 21, so that'll hit. Smacky smacky. That's a bit better damage. 14 plus 4 for rage takes it to 18 plus d6 is another 4, takes it to 22 damage.
Okay. You noticing that you've absolutely carved this wing into pieces, you can tell that it can probably only fly about a third of the amount that it normally would.
Excellent.
It does seem to still be able to try and pick itself up, but it's struggling to do so.
That's fine. As my bonus action, I'm going to use my axe's ability, and I'm going to I'm going to create some grass in a 10-foot radius around myself and just kind of squat in the grass to give myself cover against ranged attacks.
Yep.
I will draw that in if you like.
Yes, please. Can you just give yourself an aura?
Yeah, I can. Absolutely.
I understand if you move, it'll no longer be there, but
That's
you
fine.
get it.
And I'll make it green. Bam! I am squatting
por favor.
in the grass.
Tenacity, you were 90 feet in the air.
Okay, I have a 2-in-1er. So for my bonus action, she's going to use Quick Study to try to look at how it's flying, with the result to be that she's going to use pins and needles to try to shut down its wings that are giving it lift so that it falls slightly, but only because pins and needles is only for one, it'll only be that little bit. It should just be for this turn.
Right.
If it fails.
Roll your choice.
I'm going to use
roll.
investigation because it's
Sure.
easy. That'll be 27.
You can kind of tell that the way that the wing kind of fits into the body, that you could probably just neutralize the muscles around the area, and it would kind of accomplish what you want to accomplish. It may not necessarily be as controlled as you want, but
That should be fine. Can it please make a con saving throw?
is this a thing you can actually do, or is this just you kind of going on the fly?
This is pins and needles.
It's a thing.
It is a spell.
It's just a cantrip.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I mean, the damage won't be that
Plus
good,
8. Oh, 15. That's awesome. That
it failed by
passes, right?
5 or more, meaning that part it will temporarily lose control, and has disadvantage on the next attack roll. So that'll
Cool, it's gonna
be
attack.
that'll be 7. That'll be 8 points of psychic damage, but mostly I was hoping for the 5 or more.
Who is an awesome individual? Who's my awesomest friend? Oh, you? Have you got dice ready?
No.
No? Okay, not you.
I have dice.
Would you like to roll me 9d6?
Oh my gosh.
And I have the d6s right next to me.
That'll be 5, 10, 15, 24, 31, 35.
As this being comes crashing down, slamming into the floor, could you both take half of 35, which should be 17?
That's when we're on. I did it.
Yep, you did it. You killed it. You still both get to take 17 damage.
I'm taking it on my ward, so I'm not. Bounce a little bit, because it's my bubble. Oop, that's not what I wanted.
Sorry, I take 17 damage?
From the fall.
Yes.
Right, cool.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And that's how you do it.
Tenacity has just been telling you how to do this thing, and then she's managed to crash it anyway, doing the exact same thing you were just saying, Celadrin.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, all good, you know? All good.
Is that the
Mine
end of
was
your
a
turn,
con-
Tenacity?
Yes, but mine was controlled. He was just gonna freaking kill it in the air.
Zoldan, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna try to help Clarabelle move here and help punch this one.
Yep. You can run out at advantage.
Thank you, Chief. Money. Let's try stun it. Let's use a stun strike on it. DC 16. Is it 16 or is it 15? Because I'm using the stun clubs for it.
Yep.
16.
Okay, so that will be Eastie's roll, a Constitution saving throw,
Constitution
Yep.
saving.
beating a
Yeah.
16.
It's their bonus for save. Oh, 24.
Cool. Not stunned. You just take the damage then. Because I rolled. It'll be just that. Which is still 13 bludgeoning.
That down. Mr. DM.
Yes, that will be down. 13 off of that is 88. Cool.
Cool beans. Well, since I can only do that once a turn, I'm just going to hit it with the stun clubs again. Because I'm not
Yep,
going
go
to bother swapping weapons. 22 to hit
That'll still hit.
is a 7 damage. Bludgeoning.
Cool cats.
I'm gonna... I will do another flurry of blows on this. Let's do that. Because flanking. 16 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
That was very, very fortunate on my end. So that's
Now you guys know that a 16 will hit as well.
so
Good to know.
9 force and 2 psychic. I rolled double ones on the D8. And sorry, just rolling at advantage with that one. 22. It'll be
Yep.
fine. So there's 11 force and
Yep, damn.
8 psychic
They're on hands.
and 1 more. Probably feet too. 17 hits. That plus these is 8 force and 6. That'll be my turn.
Too easy. This being turns around to you. Eastie, the one here is actually the only one I've got left. You've still got yours here and here, so
Yep.
you can take your turn now.
Right. So the only one you've got is the.
Yep, I've changed it to an orange dot because you couldn't see it when it was screened up.
Yep. Right. Well, the one on the right is going to roll to see if it gets its breath weapon back. It does not. And I guess Zoldan would be the one that's punching.
Yep.
So you start with a head attack. That is an 11.
That misses.
Claw will be a 12.
Also misses.
And then the stinger will be a 16.
Meets it, beats it.
Beats it. To take 5 poison damage, because apparently I can't at all today. And can you make a con save?
On save. I'm not good at these. 8.
Oh no.
Here we go.
So you now have both the poisoned and paralyzed conditions.
Oh no.
Thankfully, because I'm a monk, I can shrug the poison of the paralyzed. Ugh.
Yeah. And that ends that kind of turn.
Too easy. So that's into mine.
Yep.
I would like to make a
I've-
bite attack against Zoldan. Now, typically, I would roll this at flat roll because I was given disadvantage from Clarabelle, but I'm flanking with my friend. However, because you're also poisoned and paralyzed, I get to make this attack with advantage still.
Yep.
Yep.
This is gonna hurt. It's an
Yeah.
automatic crit too.
Yep, and that'll be a 17 plus 7 for a 24.
That
Uh,
hits.
See you, Zoldan.
Sweet.
It's nice
Yeah,
knowing
I'm
you.
probably pretty much, yeah.
No, you'll be fine.
First session back.
Plus
Then I still got the
That'll
one
be
at the top as well.
14 piercing damage. Then you get to make a strength saving throw, which you actually don't get to do because you're paralyzed, and
Yep.
you are now grappled.
Tenacity will use projected water to take that 14 hit points.
Yep.
I appreciate your tenacity.
And then I can still make the claw and sting attack, right, Easty?
Have you? Yeah.
'Cause it's
Yeah. You
grappling
would.
him at the moment. Yep, I still
Yeah.
can. Cool. Thought so. Just double check. An 8 plus 7 is 15. That won't hit. As it's trying to claw at you, but your armor seems to be getting in its way. You'll then try to make a thing, injecting you full of poison again. That's a nat 20. Are we doing double
crit.
crits?
I mean, I guess you have to.
If you're cool with that, monster, you're the one who's gonna die.
I'm aware of that.
4 plus 7 is 11. Plus 11 is 22. Plus 11 is 33. Oh wait, no, I did the wrong thing, didn't I? Hold up. It's 1d12, so it's 4d12. 4. I'm rolling like ass, don't worry. Plus 13 is 17 plus 4, 21 poison damage. You now are double poisoned and double paralyzed.
What, 21 was it?
Yes.
I'm still up.
As it becomes Celadrin's turn.
Oh no, EC's still got his one up at the top here to do.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Clarabelle.
Hey,
Wow. Gonna start with the stinger.
cool.
That's only a 12.
Nope.
Bite will be a 14.
Nope.
With you hiding in the grass, are you prone or are you just?
I'm squatting. I did say squatting before.
And then 14 for the claw as well.
14 for the claw? No.
Alright, that's that one's turn.
Celadrin,
Yeah.
can I
okay.
actually quickly get Tenacity to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Me? I already for the concentration.
Yep.
I already did. I
Cool.
passed.
Too easy. So
So
you still
why-
have a
why
haste.
don't you-
So you still have
Yeah.
4 attacks
yeah.
if you want to do the attacks. So you got your attack, your second attack off of that, then your haste
The-
attack,
And bonus action. Yeah.
bonus action.
Okay. I'm going to walk here right next to it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to. I never did find out if ice is effective, right? Never figured that part out.
You can tell that it didn't seem super effective, but it did work. It wasn't
well, I'm gonna-
resistant against it.
Okay, then I'm just gonna keep using that instead of trying out different things. That's a nat 20.
Hey boy.
So let's start the rolling process. So that's 23 doubled is 46 plus 12 is 58. So 58 piercing damage and 25 ice damage.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna use. Yeah.
Let me just roll a Constitution saving throw real quick.
Me.
No, for it.
Oh.
Sorry, Easty, I'm gonna take over real quick. It seems to fall to the floor, struggling to stand as you've done over half its hit points in a single round. You can continue.
Okay. I'm gonna. It's the same attack. I'm gonna cast Wells of the Grave on the guy behind it. This guy. Which would be another 12 necrotic damage. That. And then we continue on with the next attack. Which would be a 21 to hit, which I assume
hit.
works. Which would be 9 piercing damage and 8 frost damage.
Wait, can you say that again for me? 8 piercing?
And no, 9 piercing, 8 frost.
Yep, cool. And then
Third attack, which is a 28, which hits. Which is 10 piercing damage and 13 ice damage. And then we do the last attack, which is a 29 to hit, which hits, which is another 9 piercing damage. Which is, sorry, another 9 piercing damage, another 11 frost damage.
Oh, left on 10. Rough.
Yeah, and that ends my turn.
We're then going to rotate into Tenacity's turn.
Should be
sorry,
Clarabelle.
Clarabelle's turn. Clarabelle's turn. I looked at the top set, not the bottom set.
In that case, how's the one that I hit before?
Looking pretty shaky, but it's grabbing onto Zoldan if you're referring to this one.
Yep, I'm gonna try and prevent that. Has it got like tendrils or something wrapped around it, or is he like in the mandibles?
It's in the mandibles.
Cool, I'm going for the head. Gonna try and cleave it off.
Or didn't.
And again, foregoing reckless advantage for brutal strike. And the brutal strike I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna do the disadvantage one again.
Yep.
Oh shit. That's an 11.
Uh-oh.
That will not hit.
Cool. Second attack. 26! Doing the true strike on this attack. Oh, come on. 8 plus 4 is 12, plus d6, which is 6, takes it to 18 points of damage.
Very good.
For my bonus action, can I try something fun?
Sure.
Can I try and do the same, like, growth of, like, grass and stuff, but do it where the axe is connected in the neck joint?
Mechanically, what do you want out of this?
Mechanically, I want to try and, like, limit its head movement even more and give it even more disadvantage on hits.
Cool. Yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah.
You may roll a dream roll for this one.
Ooh. 19.
Okay.
Either way, I'll expend the slot because I did the thing. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it
Where
doesn't.
you are, with the ground beneath you being salt, you notice that the growth doesn't necessarily work as well as it normally would because this area seems to be a bit of a dead spot. You can tell normally the reason why there's no plants here is simply for the fact that they can't survive in this area. But with such hard beliefs, you do manage to get a little bit of grass out. It will not be able to turn around too much to make any additional attacks on anyone else. However, because it is still facing Zoldan, it will act as if there was no consequences. If Zoldan was to drop, it would not be able to turn to anyone else because its head is full of grass.
Fair enough.
That would be your turn.
Yes.
You could say it's a grass hole.
Tenacity, you're up.
Is this one the one? No. Which one's the one holding Zoldan? This one?
This one.
This one. Is this one in the air?
No. Not that I'm aware of. Easty?
I haven't put any of them in the air.
Cool.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to try to study it to see if there's any vulnerabilities that she could potentially target.
Go for it.
What do you think? Investigation or nature?
Probably nature or animal handling.
Okay.
You probably have seen these before.
That'll be a 25.
25.
Or nature.
You know that they're not weak to anything. They're fairly strong. They are built to survive in Faerwyn. You do know, however, that they're resistant to acid and psychic damage, and they're immune to poison and the paralyzed and poison conditions.
Okay. I was mostly thinking so she could send a like spell at a part of it that would maybe make it.
More of a location.
More
Its
like
head's
maybe-
almost ripped off from grass.
No, I mean this one here in front of Tenacity.
Celadrin has kind of like broken open its kitten plating, and has exposed the weak flesh underneath. If you wanted to try and hit that.
Yeah, she's gonna aim for that with her energy flurries, which she has 4 of, and she'll use all of them.
Yep.
Will it be with disadvantage or regular because she studied it?
Why would you get disadvantage?
Because it's like a smaller part to hit.
Traditionally I would agree, except Celadrin did over 90 damage to that thing last turn, so the hole he's made is pretty large. You would know that. Give me a second. That's number 3, right? No, that's number 4. Okay, give me 2 seconds. You would know that out of, let's say, 164 hit points, it's got 10 HP left.
Oh, cool. Okay, so first one, that'll be a 30 to hit. So I think it's gonna hit, and that'll be 2 points. Second one will be a 16. Does that hit?
Yep, that'll hit.
For 3 points of damage. Third one will be.
How much is the first set of damage, sorry?
2. So 5 so
Yeah,
so
cool.
far. The next one will also hit for 5 points.
As it crumbles to the floor as the arcane energy rips open its shell.
Cool. And then she'll use her last one and just kind of fling it at this one.
Yep.
Which will also hit for 1 point.
That's so good.
And then I'll have her move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll have her move up there. And that will be her turn.
Too easy. As that occurs, it is now Zoldan's turn. How you going, Zoldan? You having fun, buddy?
Being paralyzed.
I think that was my
is
first
so
kill.
good. I am going to remove the poison condition at
Yep.
the end of my turn, which I believe is the only thing I can do, given I'm paralyzed. I'll just do that, remove the poison, and be like, that's it.
Too easy. It'll be their turn again. This one that is holding onto you will just try to maneuver around you a little bit. Clarabelle, opportunity attack.
Yeah, why not? Stabby stabby. Slashy slashy. Whackety whackety. Bam! That's a 15.
That will miss.
Hell yeah.
As your axe gets dislodged from its kitten as it's moving around, still holding onto Zoldan in its arms, it is going to make its attacks. Ooh. 17 plus 7 is 24, so that'll hit. 19, does that hit?
Yep.
And a 22, so they will all hit. That'll be 6 plus 4 is 10 damage.
Uh-huh.
2 plus 4 is 6. And then last bit is the sting. 1d12. 7 plus 4, so 11 damage to you.
Ouch. Still up.
Easty, you're up.
Yep, I'm up.
Yep.
Yes. Sorry, did Clarabelle knock this one prone?
No, she didn't. She started attacking this one.
Right.
As far as I'm aware, you still have 118 HP on this one.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go for the sting to start with. Actually, no, I'll roll to see if I get the bile. No, I don't. So the sting will be on. Oh, it's a natural 1, so.
If that's against me, I feel like that'd miss.
12 for the bite.
Nope.
And another nat 1 for the.
Easty, are you okay?
No, like the past 2 turns, I don't think I've gotten higher than a 5 on like the
As
natural
just-
roll.
Being tries to attack you, Clarabelle, you grab its stinger and break it off, which is now no longer able to use its stinger.
Cool.
Diligent.
Yeah. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Well, I mean, standing around here doesn't do anything. I'm gonna walk into the middle here. So, okay, there's no square exactly in the middle. Just gonna walk there. And I'm gonna stab the one underneath me.
Yep.
I'm gonna use that again. It worked well last time. 21 to hit.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, that's 22 damage, 11 piercing, and 11 frost.
Sorry, 22?
Yeah, 22 total.
As you kill this thing and its corpse slumps over with Zoldan still on its stinger.
Okay, can I use my second action to pull Zoldan off the stinger?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna put him off the stinger, and with my bonus action, I'm going to use my what is it? Where is it? My restorative ointment on him.
Yep. Too easy. Should be 2d8, and you're using the paralyzed one, so he also gets the paralyzed condition removed.
Sure. I just have a normal restorative ointment, I think.
That's okay. I know that some people didn't add the correct ointments to their inventory, so we'll just say it's a paralyzed one.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna use that. So should I roll the healing or?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, 2d8 plus 2, so that would be. Oh wow, I rolled bad. That would be 7 healing for the man.
Too easy.
I still appreciate it, Chief.
Yeah, and that ends my turn.
Too easy.
Paralyzed.
Next up should be Clarabelle, if I remember correctly.
Indeed it should be. Hello.
Hello.
Well,
I'm just gonna duck to the toilet. I will be tracking the.
I guess I've got nothing else to do but wacky against the one with Easty.
Yep.
Brutal strike, blah blah blah, you know the drill. Hiya! 25 will hit.
Yep.
Oh, that was almost good damage. It's 14 including rage damage, plus the brutal strike damage, which is another d10, which takes it to 15, and again it's the disadvantage strike there. Second hit. Again, might as well go reckless, because, well, I don't gain anything out of not doing that. And I'll true strike for the extra d6. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Well,
I mean, I rolled bad, so 15 plus 4 is 19, plus 2d6 for true strike. That's another 9, so that's 28 damage.
Alright, I hope Henry's tracking this.
What was your first allotment of damage? Not the nat 20?
Wasn't great. Hold up. Scroll. It was 15.
Too easy.
Do I have anything I can do for bonus action that's kind of fun?
Wink at tenacity.
Sure, done. Pudding?
Advantage.
Do you know what? I can't hold a bonus action. I've got an idea for next turn though. I'll end my turn there. If it's still alive.
Wonder why you can't hold bonus action.
That's just a rule thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a
It is
rules
my
thing.
turn now.
Because if anything, it would be easier to hold a bonus action, because bonus actions are supposed to take less time than action.
I'm gonna
Huh.
roasty toasty this bug. Do I hit it? I will in fact hit it. That is a dirty 20. That means
Hell
fire
yeah.
damage for chromatic orb. How damaged would it be? How much have we done?
At least a bit.
Oh, fine,
How
I'll do it.
descriptive. How descriptive.
Well,
Roasty
put it this
toasty.
way, I've been smacking it.
Looks to
Okay.
be about 75 out of 160 something.
Okay,
So
I'm not gonna kill it.
it's
That's fine.
bloodied. It's
I'm gonna do it at 4th level, and it will take that. 34 points of fire damage. Yes. Yes. And bonus action. Oh shit. I have that too. Can I use my bonus action to study the thing in the middle? I know that she kind of knows what it is, but she's still very curious about how the crystal stuff works and where it's from and how it's gonna protect anyone. They
So the
never really
purple
said-
crystal in the middle isn't that. The thing in the middle is the... Think of it like a tree within a tree. It's the dryad's actual body, technically.
I'll study it. What's
Sure.
the harm? Arcana? Oh, that'll be a 34.
We may talk about that in a minute. Just because this
Sure
thing
thing.
is almost dead.
That's my go.
Which means Zoldan is up.
Well, I'm paralyzed still.
No, your
got
paralyzed was
removed.
removed.
It did get removed. Am I still in the pin? Oh no, that thing went down.
Yeah. You're good to take your
Oh.
turn, mate.
Cool. I'll go over here and start doing some wacky.
If you pump some decent damage into it, I've got a really cinematic way to end the fight.
Well, let's see what happens. I'm on advantage. That'll hit. There's a 23. That much force is 8. And my psychic is 6. Second attack for the turn will hit. Will 13 force and 16 psychic. Sure, I'll do another flurry for my bonus action.
This thing does look heavily damaged. It's barely standing up.
Well, I'll still do it anyway. 26 to hit.
Yep.
Cool. There'll be 6 force and 9 psychic.
How would you like to do this?
Reset here, cinematic way.
It's fine, you got the kill.
Just set it up for him then. Yeah, you got the kill. You can take it.
Yeah, do what you
Do
want.
not waste
woman.
resources. Yeah.
Fair enough. I will. Even though it's kind of like weak to psycho, I'll have it scrunch its own head with its pincers, and to the point where it crushes its own skull.
Nice.
Nice. Those of you watching Zoldan, you definitely feel a sense of Faerwin has been left in him. This is no longer the young boy you used to know.
No, just
the
somebody
combat
that I used to
It's
know.
over.
Hell yeah.
Investigating the tree in the middle, you can tell Tenacity that it is not as dead as it seems. Something seems to be keeping it alive, and it must be connected to the crystals underneath. You know that dryads themselves and tree, and if they are in such a large housing, typically have a heart somewhere, and you can tell that this is not this creature's heart. Its heart is somewhere else. I'll let you roll a history check at advantage if you'd like to.
Whoa. That'll be a 27.
Damn.
You seem to remember a thumping coming from close to the box that the Watch of the Crossroads sits near. Strange thrumming of sorts. Clarabelle
Did we
has
break
also
it?
noticed this before. Can you approach the tree? Of course.
Yeah. And go to touch the crystal.
You are filled full of hope. Hope for survival. You feel like you will be able to get out of here alive and well. You will no longer be stuck in Fairwind. You can feel that coming from deep within. This feels exactly like the Watcher of the Crossroads presence.
He's a tree!
This is the Watcher?
As you guys are finished, you notice that up on the areas around the outside of this tree, there are thinly filled webbing that is put up everywhere. Looking closer, you notice that this is the form of webbing that you can use scry on, and you can see each and every other person's competition. Xander is with Badger and Bear currently participating, and one other you don't seem to know. And Fruitbat and Squid are helping the Watcher of the Crossroads with an additional pixie. Watching their fights, Xander easily cleaves through the bugs, taking only one quick swipe between each, with the children providing support, while as the Watcher of the Crossroads is zipping around the map, seemingly taking steps in and out of reality, quickly cutting them down. They are doing it mercilessly and painfully. These creatures are still alive, crawling on the floor as their wings and feet are cut off.
Ooh.
Fruitbat is seen immediately jumping onto one of the ones that has fallen and starts ripping it apart with his teeth. Squid seems to be jamming them down with his trident, not allowing them to move, while the pixie lands finishing blows. As that will wrap up our session for today.
Very nice. Well, in that case, thank you guys so much for playing. We'll find out what happens with these games a bit more next time. We are having a bit of a break next week. Unfortunately, I'm away. But we will continue in a couple weeks' time. And until then, may all your rolls be 20s.